First off, let's do a quick bit of paperwork. Um,
Where's Tim when you need
well,
him?
actually, no. Hold off on that for a second. Let's do
Last
let's do a
time.
little recap here. Yeah. So last time on drag these balls. Okay. So last time, the party did some stuff. Basically, they talked to the cops. They gave a report on like what had
Hey, bold
happened
of you to
at
assume
the
I
at the
talked to
Lips
the
Club.
cops.
Yeah, Callie did not talk to the cops. Torque did not talk to the cops. Both Callie and Torque were like, I don't generally get along with the police. And also, in Torque's situation, she may or may not still have like an open bounty on her. Um, and
I keep forgetting about that.
so they excused themselves out the back windows of the Lips, where Callie promptly found another mushroom and proceeded to like rip it out of the ground. And shove it along with several other mushrooms into her spacious pouch. Um, while Callie and Torque were in the back, there was some discussion about like what had happened with the hobgoblin woman who was spotted at the Lips, which Torque's mother, Lehu, had checked the books. Tim had asked her to like, hey, could you let us know who was the last person who rented this room? And it was a hobgoblin woman who was on the books named Iron. Eyrin. Iron. So Iron, which you guys have Iron's hat and whatnot.
Yeah, Dr. Tremors is wearing it.
You do have Iron's like big, wide brimmed like fuck off hat. But wherever Iron went, though, nobody knows that Iron has just vanished because while you guys or while Callie and Torque were in the back, they looked around to see if they could find any tracks. The only tracks that they found were the animal tracks that you would expect. They didn't find any booted or barefoot like humanoid tracks of any sort up there. But they fucked off because the posse had showed up. It was collecting bodies and doing stuff. It was pointed out. It was pointed out that these dead bodies were, in fact, actually banditos, known banditos that had, been general nuisances in and around town. Like they're still also technically citizens of the town, but they had been nuisances. They had warrants out for them, and they had vanished. But nobody had seen them for about like 2 weeks or so. And these guys, when they were here and during the combat and everything, they looked completely different. They looked like completely different dudes. And then after the combat, after they were dead, slowly that magic faded out, and it revealed that they were in fact these known banditos, that they were those guys, and that they had fungal growths all up on them. So like they were pretty like plastered with mushroom stuff. The giant mushroom that was in the back room was taken care of. Tim beat the absolute tar out of it with his like metal hands, broke it into chunks and had it all collected. He also went down into the well at Lihu's behest to fish out the body of Brelt, who was again a known citizen here in town, also a known troublemaker. Who, when he got hauled up, he appeared to everyone to be dead, except Rosie got a little like, something ain't quite right here, walked outside and tried to shoot him in the face. At which point the, I guess, alive dude finally did twitch and like grabbed the bullet midair. It was just like, booga booga. And then he like said something. Well, he didn't actually vocalize. He moved his mouth, but because of the damage that had been done to him, it was difficult to make out what he was saying. And the only words that Rosie was able to pick up was the word camp, and then a word that has a meaning like hatred, like active hatred, kind of like term. That's not the exact one, but that's the closest like translation that Rosie, who is basically still working her way through like Orcish 102, was able to like pick out. And then he like evaporated into a sickly swarm of wasps, most of which died. But the ones that didn't die did manage to like flutter away, but they all like dispersed. They weren't like a cohesive swarm or anything. They just went off. But that left his bones behind. And Tim was first thinking about like vaporizing the bones, but then realized that like, oh hey, the orcs here, they do body modification as a form of identification. And sure enough, Grelt had a very like complicated like scrimshaw that had been done to like one of his tusks, as well as a very identifiable wound on his other tusk. So his skull and like lower mandible, at the very least, I don't know about the rest of the bones in his body. That was never actually made clear, but the skull at least is in Tim's possession. Tim has that in his spacious pouch, so he has Grelt's skull at the very least. He might have the rest of Grelt's bones, but that has not yet been determined. Grelt, just again to bring that back up, Grelt was the guy who many years ago shot Torque through the chest, and that's why she's got a scar. Like, he's a bad dude. And like later on, when you guys met with the crab-like entity known as Gungoran, he said that like that guy had already been taken by the demons. He was already a full-on demon. He may have looked like he did in life, but that wasn't no fucking orc. At which point Torque was like, well, yeah, of all the people that she knows that might become demons, he was top of the list. So yeah, don't take no convincing for her. She was like, that guy's fucked up. But anyways, the party gave statements to Sheriff Boken. He's one of the local orc sheriffs. He was the one who gathered up the posse who had returned to the Lips Club to like take care of stuff. So while all of that was going on, Laria was in the market area, and she was trying to just ignore the weird shit that was going on around her, and try to calm down from her little like freak out previously. And Callie spotted her going into a general goods store. Although this general goods store was admittedly a little like touristy, had wildly overpriced non-alcoholic sarsaparilla right up front. And that's where Torque and Callie caught up with Laria there, had some discussion about like what was going on and shit that had happened at the Lips. And then while they were like talking, one of the alien bugs that comes from the Outer Rifts showed up and made its way inside and immediately targeted Callie and like landed on her and was like trying to like get at her fingers. And that's when Dr. Trimmer's like popped out of his little like carrying harness and like beat the crap out of this bug. And these insects, which are only technically insects, are called vestivores, and they seem to be attracted to the mushroom. Callie figured this out and was able to like quickly go about like washing her hands and then like aggressively washing down Dr. Trimmer's because he had been all up in the mushrooms, ripping them to shreds, so that you wouldn't attract more of them. So that was quickly otherwise like taken care of. But then when y'all stepped outside, that's when y'all noticed that in this alleyway there was some sea coral, like brain coral, like growing out of a mud puddle, which is obviously not normal for this location. 1,000 miles away from the ocean and over a mile high from sea level. So when Callie was like, that's weird, we should take a look at it, and got close, Callie's wave sense triggered. Even though there was only like a little bit of water, technically speaking, Callie's wave sense triggered out to the full extent that it can reach, as if she was underwater. And that's when she noticed something big moving around a little ways over, and looking down the alleyway, there was a cellar, and so there was a little bit of discussion, and then they were like, "Hey, Tort, do the signal flare thing, so that we can get everybody together." So Torque used her skyrocket ability and like sent up a firecracker up into the sky, which exploded and drove everybody's attention back over here. And once the party had gathered, they went and opened up the door and checked inside, and that's where they found Gungoran. Gungoran is a quillpoth, and to be specific, quillpoths are native creatures that live in the outer rifts. So again, this thing is an alien, and to the layperson, this thing is a demon. It comes from an evil location. The outer rifts is what we used to call the abyss, and that's its natural home. That's where this thing was born and raised at. It is intelligent. It is telepathic. It looks like a crab, in that it has a crab body and it has like crab eye stalks. It's got crab legs. It has a single crab claw. In place of the other crab claw, it's got a big, like lance-sized insect stinger. And then on the back side of the thing, it's got two more arms, one of which is like a human arm, like it has like a 5-fingered hand. It wears armor, jewelry, and can wield, objects, as well as like a sucker tentacle. It's kind of like an octopus. And apparently what was going on was reality was trying to like justify this quote unquote sea creature, and was just occasionally like ripping other normal sea creatures out of their environment and like trying to like overlay it so that things made sense here. And it wasn't really working out very well, but that's what was going on. Anyways, this quillpoth told the party, like, "Hey, I'm renting this room. What that means, we don't know." But he said, "Hey, I'm renting this room, and I am a lawman. I am like a sheriff from, this other reality. And there is a mortal here who is called Varniv the Butcher, specifically, which Marion was of the opinion that was kind of like edgelordy as fuck, but hey, whatever. And Varniv, is guilty of aiding and abetting demons. Like he is in bed with the demons, possibly literally, and is helping them do evil stuff. And he wants to bring Varniv to justice, but he does not know his way around this reality, let alone this location. And so it seems like it would be a beneficial thing if you guys, since you're technically locals to this reality, can go fish Varniv out of the place where he's hid himself, which is the ruins up in the Larchlands, to get him and to bring him alive back to Gungoran so that Goran can do whatever justice is from his viewpoint. He did tell you that, like, if Varniv dies, like Grelt, he will basically instantly transform into a more powerful demon. So he's already, kind of like a bad dude, because, like, it might be, cringecore to call him the Butcher, but he didn't get named the Butcher for nothing. So there's that. Other than that, he did also confirm that Varniv is of dwarven descent.
Well, that's not actually what he said. He just said he had hair on the bottom of his neck or whatever. He said he had hair on the bottom of his head. Callie was the one who inferred that he was a dwarf.
He said he was short. He said he was short and wide, and he had hair on the top of his head and hair on the bottom of his head. But all of you mortals look the same to him, so whatever. Yeah, he was just casually racist.
Racist crab cop.
And yeah, racist crab cop. But he also said that he wasn't given like a lot of stuff to help him in his mission of bringing justice to Varniv. But like, if you guys can bring him Varniv so that he can do justice, which is again in very big air quotes here, he would just give you that stuff. Like, just it's yours. Free for the taking. Whatever that is. So I mean, he might have a box full of cow tools, but he's willing to give it to you if you bring him Varnava. And that was essentially. You don't know what he has or anything like that. So the party stepped out of Gungoran's because Callie had the bright idea of like, wait a second, we're talking to an alien crab demon adjacent thing. We should maybe at the very minimum like see if he's like not talking bullshit. So she pulled out the 8-ball, the magic 8-ball that I gave you guys like back in fucking session 1. That has the special ability that once per day you can ask it a question and it will give you an answer. You can ask it a question about stuff or about the future, and it will give you a honest answer. But you only get that once per day. You can technically ask it as many questions. Only the first one is guaranteed to be truthful. And it refused. For the first time, it actually really communicated with you guys, as opposed to just being kind of sassy, where it was like, I refuse to answer your question until you get me at least 100 feet away from that thing. So this being an unusual situation, like this magical item suddenly is like, demanding autonomy. The party left Gungoran's. So now Gungoran knows that you have the 8-ball, but he also didn't react in any sort of way like he seemed like he cared in any like particular manner. But you did pull it out right there in front of him and ask him, and it said no. So y'all left, and it told you that, like, technically speaking, yes, Gungoran is a lawman. He is here to dispense justice on a dwarven Nephilim named Varnev the Butcher. So yes, that's true. But other than that, the last part of the session was making a couple of checks, being like, oh, inside of this ball, inside of this plastic magic 8-ball that we got, there is a cockadaemon. And it is a daemon, specifically, which is the sort of the neutral middle ground between demons, which are chaos, and devils, which are more lawful. This thing is neutral, it is evil, and specifically it was hungry, and it was like, give me a lizard. I wish to eat lizard. I'm hungry. And it was determined that, like, this thing, the demon thing inside of it, it does not actually eat stuff physically. It kills things, and then, like, what it's eating is the, like, terror and pain and everything that it causes. That's what it's actually consuming. And its normal, like, prey that it goes after is house pets and babies. That's what it normally eats. House pets and babies. So, do with that what you will. But it is otherwise bound to the ball. It has a range of 1 mile that it can, like, leave the ball to go forage and hunt for itself. But it can't do that so long as the ball is inside of the box. If the ball is in the box, it can't leave the ball. But if you take out the ball and just leave it alone, at sometime during the night, around midnight, it'll pop open. Out comes the cockadaemon. It's got it's got a range of 1 mile to go do its horrible work, and then it comes back. It is otherwise bound to the thing as a magical item, and as I mentioned, once per day, it can take a question, and it basically does a magic Google search that does also extend into the future, and it gives you true answers. But only for that one. After that, you're just talking to the demon, and it can just tell you what the fuck it wants to tell you. So yeah, a lizard was purchased from local shops and was dropped into the box with the ball, and you guys closed it and were just like, Okay. So the party is at the moment all together, which includes Torque and Rusi, and you guys are currently in Whitron. And I'm going to just assume that you guys are different alley just off of like the main market square. It is a little bit after like 1 p.m. so it's still pretty much like the middle part of the day. It is mid-March. It's about like 40 degrees outside right now, so like chilly. It's not like freezing. The weather's nice and clear, and whatnot. And occasionally you see more of those like alien bugs they have been doing, munching on the sides of houses and like flying around drunkenly and bumping into things, and just sort of like being part of the environment. Such and so forth. Oh, one other important bit. Gungoran did say that Varnov had possibly captured or something a Vescivore queen, which again, as far as you guys know, the Vescivore queens are a whole other problem besides the little things. Like those things, they're just annoying, ugly insects. The Vescivore queens, however, they cause these things to become locust swarms, and they can generate them by the like millions in a very short time frame.
Oh no!
Which is why we probably should go and deal with that. Just saw
yes, is probably something you should go deal with. But the other thing is Tor does want to check in with her mom because, like, her place of business, the Lips, did receive quite a lot of physical damage. And all that, like, sort of stuff. So she does want to check in with her mom. Plus, you guys did have a fight, so, like, you guys aren't at, like, full strength right now.
Yeah. True.
So, the other thing to point out is that, like, the one location you do know, which is the bunker up in the Larchlands, it is going to be slightly more than 24 hours of travel via the airship. If you're to use land mounts, it's going to take you like 3 days to get up.
3 days?
But 3 days. But obviously, of course, if you get on the blimp can get there in just slightly more 24. Because unlike horses, it doesn't have to like sleep and shit and stuff. But yeah, so Torque wants to check in with her mom on what the like immediate aftermath, the damage at the Lips is going to do, and how they're going to deal with it. It is slightly after lunch. None of y'all have had lunch. Like that is another thing. Like none of y'all have even eaten lunch. And whatnot. So Torque makes the suggestion of like, why don't we go back to my family's place and, look at our notes and figure out what we're going to do next, while I, find out how mom's going to be dealing with this shit.
We should also. Did you mention about like the fungus spores being in the food too? Actually, did you mention it?
Oh. That is correct. That was one thing that Seamus found out. Seamus went looking around the Lips all. Tim was busy with like hauling out of the well and dealing with all that sort of stuff. So he was in the back room, and as he was looking around, he found fungus spores, which were in the coffee and like the ground coffee, and fungus spores which were mixed in with the flour, and those looked like newly filled flour bags that had the fungus spores in them, and they were pretty like well mixed into it. So somebody had been like slipping fungus spores in there. What that means has not yet been determined, but there were a couple of things thrown around. Mostly the like it might be a means of like tracking or It might be something else. And also it needs to be pointed out that right now Laria is not being gravity, and also she is wearing little potted
Oh
plant
yeah, I'm
pots
carrying around her like a flag.
as shoes. Yeah, like Torque had to take off her chaps. Yeah, Torque had to take off her chaps and her belt so that she could wrap the belt around Laria, so that Laria didn't float away. And Callie is currently holding the belt buckle to just like drag along. You also found a sea turtle that had appeared in the puddle, and you put the sea turtle into Mr. Servos. The sea turtle is just really confused at the moment because it's like a 300-pound full-grown leatherback sea turtle. And it really has no fucking clue what the hell is going on. But it's otherwise just a regular turtle. Some lettuce was bought to feed to the turtle, so the turtle at least has been fed.
The turtle has been fed, yeah.
But I do believe that covers everything.
Yeah. A lot happened last session. I guess we'll go back to the ranch house and assess what we're supposed to do. Are demons affected by like holy water?
Yes, demons are affected by holy water. This would actually be a good time to have those people who have knowledge in religion or anything having to do with the outer rifts or the outer planes to make checks for the like, hey, what should we expect when dealing with demons?
Do I need to be trained in this religion?
Yes, you do have to you do have to be trained in religion.
God damn it. Gosh, darn.
But hey, you know what? When you go back to there, you've got 2 trained priests that you can talk to, because one of them is named Oda. And
okay.
As the party is like walking up, back to the place, there is something that's rather noticeable over the blimp is currently parked. So the flying angler is currently on the ground. Its envelope has been deflated, as you normally do, and it is sitting there in park. And then next to the angler, you've got Boer's Witchcraft, which is a trike food cart with like a big cauldron in the middle that has like a pit, and there's a whole cabinets and things and whatnot. It's what they serve food from. And at the moment, the fire is going underneath the cauldron. The cauldron is currently bubbling, and something is cooking up in there. And they've set up a like little awning thing, so you've got like shade sitting there and all. And the thing that's noticeable is that like Boer has set up a little table, and you can see like a knife block next to them with a whole bunch of blades in it. They've got a couple of open books that are next to them. Like they look like they're in chef mode. Like they're doing something like that. And Gloria is currently like sitting cross-legged right next to them, kind of like looking over and seeing what Boer is doing. And then slightly off from them, you've got Tommy, who is professionally a priest of Kyrgyz the Strong. Otherwise he's like a fighter. He's like a boxer, baller type. And he's sitting there on one of the floating stools, and next to him is Oda, who is a deer chaser of Kyrgyz. And as she is sitting there, she has a halo of lightning that is going around her head as like little sparks of lightning are like flying off of her and zapping any Vescivores that get like within 30 feet of them. She's just there as a passive, like a bug zapper.
I just remembered an idea I had. The whole using the mushrooms, it's boar to zap the Vescivores.
Yes. Which, as you guys are getting close, you can see this going on. You can see that what Boer has set up is Boer has a big chunky mushroom that has been ripped out of the ground that looks a lot like the ones that Callie picked up. And it has several pieces that look like it has been surgically sliced open. And its insides have been, arrayed and displayed out. And there are also several Vescivores dead, which are pinned down, and several of them have been sliced open to get a look at their innards and whatnot. And that's what Boer is actually currently studying, while the other two members are just sitting over to the side, both of them have a bowl of noodles in their hands. They're slowly chopsticking noodles into their mouth and watching this from off to the side.
Callie would slink over to there, and then would look at the table and then be to Boar, have you found out anything new about the Vescivores based on all of this I can see here?
A few things, yes. Miss Gloria, when she was roaming around a bit earlier, she found that the Vescivores were, how do you say, congregating, gathering near these very large mushrooms. And so I had her bring me one. And certainly, since I've had it cut open here, as you can see, and they just sort of gesture around, they just keep coming. Thankfully, it's not too bothersome, because and then Boo just gestures over at Oda, who waggles her chopsticks at you guys while she's slurping it's again just arcs of lightning coming from a crown of lightning on her head. It's taking off anything that comes near.
Well, I have a theory as to the reason why the Vescivores are I believe it seems to be a food source for them in their world anyway.
Yes, I had this same thought. But I've never been to the Outer Rifts, so I can't tell you if there is a fungus there like this. So I thought I would slice it open, get a good examination of its interior flesh, and see if I could do a bit better identification. And after a bit of looking, I think this is actually native. I think this is a normal mushroom, but it is very big. I asked one of the handsome cowpokes over there if they see mushrooms like this before, and they say yes, but they're normally very small. Hold several in your hand. This is as big as my torso, so that is unusual. But after some examination, I think what is actually happening here is I think the mushrooms are absorbing occult energy from the rifts, and they're growing to this extreme size for some reason, and that is what is actually drawing the Vescivores. The Vescivores are they are I know that we keep calling them locusts, which is not incorrect, but they are also like cockroach. They eat waste. They eat detritus. They are part of the ecosystem there to
like dead things.
Yes, they consume it in that sort of fashion. So, because the Outer Rifts is the Outer Rifts, there's a lot of organic and mostly organic things that are constantly getting ripped apart, spread all over the place, and the Vescivores keep it from piling up in, in drifts and whatnot. Which is, I suppose, technically speaking, from a certain angle, thing. But yes, that is what I think is going on. Is that these mushrooms are absorbing occult energy somehow, and that is triggering the Vescivore's natural response to consuming that kind of thing that is from their native environment. So that's what I think is going on. That is my current hypothesis.
Well,
oh, by the way, noodles, I have extra.
Yeah, I'll have noodles in a second. Callie says, well, I think that is very interesting, yeah, that they're absorbing energy from the outer plane. Because it definitely seems like a coordinated attack is happening through these funguses in some aspect. And it all seems to be linking back to the old ruins. It seems. Do any Callie just kind of like nonchalant, just like do you or Oda know like any decent ways of killing demons?
Well, and Boer just kind of like glances over at Oda, and Oda like pushes herself off of her stool, and when she hits the ground, everyone can feel like a vibration go through it. Like something way bigger and way heavier than a single, female halfling who's wearing normal clothing. It just like hit the ground. Like birds like stir and like take off from trees and that sort of stuff. And she walks over to where you guys, and she's still like eating like noodles as she comes over, and she like bites off the noodle, and she says, well, this won't sound very like intuitive to you, but like whenever demons or devils or daemons show up, and we've had to like face them, which isn't often, but like we've done it before. Like we just beat on them until they're dead. That's usually the most simple, direct way to do it. But
I mean,
it has to be noted, when I do it, they melt like butter.
I see. I guess that's good enough.
Mm-hmm. All right, see, I told you, it's not very intuitive. I mean, I'm just beating the crap out of them with whatever I've got at hand, and they explode like a, overpressurized melon. And that's not what happens when everybody else does it.
Oh, just you. Okay. Well, then maybe having you around would be a good idea. Because that seems to be what we're having to face right now. It seems like some dwarf Nephilim got himself involved with demons, and now he's wanted by the devil police or something like that.
Oda just like arches one thick blonde eyebrow at you and like looks at you with one of her big blue eyes. It's like, demon police?
No, devil police. The ones who hate the demon. It's confused. Callie's just like, I know, I get it. It's confusing. Why the hell do we have 3 different words for 3 separate things that sound very similar? There's demons, and then there's devils. And it's like, you think they're all the same damn thing, but no, they're 3 separate things, and it's just confusing as fuck. This is.
I just imagine Callie pulling at imaginary hairs on her head, like, I don't get it.
Oh, she's got the hole in her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Oda like turns around, like spins on her heel and like at Tommy, and she like thrusts, her chopsticks in his directions, and she's like, "See, I told you, it's just like this for me. It's confusing. Why are their names so similar? It's like, why do we have like Evil Creature 1, Evil Creature 2, and Evil Creature 3, and we all call them Bob? Doesn't make any damn sense." And then she spins back around to like look at Callie, and she's like, "Well, it doesn't matter, honestly. If we're talking about devils or daemons or demons, or, I don't know. What side are succubi on? Does anybody remember what side succubi are on? It doesn't matter. When I hit them, they explode like a melon between my thighs."
Based?
Damn.
These things, by the way, and she like gestures at like one of the dead Vescivores. She's like, "These things come from there, but they're not any one of those things." Just to be confusing, because like obviously I'm zapping them, but they crush like normal bugs for me.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I know those are not I've seen fucking normal people kill those things. I saw Dr. Trevor's wrestle one that was the size of my hand.
Yeah, I mean, like they're not tough. I mean, that's what Boar tells me, is that they're just like flying cockroaches, basically. Although they've got like a giant queen cockroach.
Well, that's the part that that dwarf Nephilim guy, yeah, he might have one of those, and it seems like he might be planning on bringing ruin to the whole world with it or something like that, because those things could spawn like swarms of those fucking locusts or whatever.
Okay, well, if they do actually have like a police force, I guess that would make sense. Well, you would want to like stop that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they're real weird. The Outer Planes is real weird.
Oh, you have no idea. It is craziness. Like, I've never been there. Okay, I want to just point that out. I've never been there, but some of the stuff that I have seen in like some of the books for like some of the like the warlocks and things that like I've taken out in the past. Man, I hope it's fiction. But I got a sneaking suspicion it's not. Anyway, Nephilim guy.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. Well, I assume he's a dwarf. The guy who told us, he's not like, very keen on mortals. In fact, I think he very much hates all of us combined. But yeah, he said short, round, hair on top of head and bottom of head, so I'm just gonna assume it's a dwarf Nephilim.
I mean, I guess it's a dwarf Nephilim.
Well, I mean, the other reason I assume is because the ruins was made by dwarves as well. He was very keen on saying the ruins made by his people, whatever the hell that means. Could literally mean literally any mortal that's ever been alive, or specifically just dwarf, considering the guy who's telling me just hates all mortals and can't tell the difference between a Azraketi and a dwarf. Did I just hear a smoke alarm go off?
Yeah, I've heard somebody make that smoke alarm beep.
You probably heard it through my headset. I'm sorry. No, it's a video. I'm sorry.
It's a video.
But Boer looks over from the table, and they've chopped off bits of Vescivore and bits of like mushroom and into like chunks and whatnot, and then they lean over and like drag the knife along the cutting, like plop all of it into a small separate cauldron from the big one. That's part of the witchcraft. But like they spoon that off into there, and then they look over at Callie, and Boer says, "And you should never ever trust anything that they tell you."
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't trust what they said. They said I asked a Kako demon and a tiny 8-ball whether or not the devil was telling me the truth about the demons.
Well, I hope that thing was bound by some sort of agreement to tell you that everything that comes out of their mouth is shit.
I mean, he is at least once per day. He's bound to tell me the truth at least once per day.
Interesting. Well, I
just find that so funny. I asked a Kako demon if the devil cop was telling me the truth about the demon demon army.
It gets confusing very quickly, very weird. But like I say, we are all Pathfinders. It is near lunch, so how about everybody pull up a seat? I will make food for everyone, and we can talk about what goes on with these types of outsiders, so that we're all on the same page. Because one thing about them is that they are chaos. They are evil, but they do have some traits which carry over, and we should be clear on what those traits are.
Well, that should be easy for you, Dad. You're like Order or whatever. At least you claim to be. Callie then like squints, like you are Order, right?
Watson.
He is. He is Order. He is Order, but he also does represent Order. So massive and so wide, he can do shit that looks like chaos at human scale. But yeah, so
nobody would expect this.
Yeah, nobody.
I'm so orderly, it'll look like chaos.
Yeah, it's horseshoe theory. He becomes so chaotic, it goes back around being Order.
I mean, yeah, you never know what random ass thing that he actually clean up. But yeah, so Boer goes about serving lunch to everybody. So as things are getting set up, Saffron, the fourth member, she comes around the angler, and she has with her a couple of more like dead Vescivores, and she has a live one in a cage that seems to be made out of a solid piece of wood. But she brings that over to the table with Boer, and then like she looks around real quick at everybody, and then she like claps her hands, and trees like sprout up out of the ground and form themselves into table chairs. So you have living tree furniture for everybody to just sit at. And
that was another. Callie then had remembers oh, that was another thing I wanted to ask. Have you found out if the mushrooms are digestible to a normal human?
Mm-hmm.
Do they still carry would they still carry the same trait, right? With the Vescivores wanting them even if digested?
Well, we're gonna find that out. That's why I had Saffron see if she could capture it live.
Okay, well somebody's got to be the test subject, I guess. Somebody's got to eat a mushroom.
We have been rendering some of the mushrooms over here. They're not a little taste. They're not very good raw. But with a little bit of rendering, they're basically like stew beef. Stew beef. We'll see what it comes up to. It should also be reasonably tasty.
You know what? Seamus will try a bite.
I was about to pull out Dr. Tremors, but yeah.
All right.
All right. Dr. Trevor's.
Everybody is served in bowls with forks or chopsticks, whichever they prefer. Everybody is given chill noodles.
Okay.
Except for,
I thought we were all being served a mushroom for a second. I was like, everyone.
No. You guys get noodles in broth with like bits of vegetables and stuff like that. But in front of the Kanrasu, Boer puts a red bowl that is marked around the rim with a yellow coloration that says possibly poisonous.
Oh, gosh.
And puts and ladles in what looks like beef stew. So, and then just pushes it forwards, and then hands
the Kanrasu have a sense of smell.
A big broad spoon.
I mean, at this point,
it smells
like that.
It smells like beef stew. Like it smells very similar to beef stew because it's got the stuff that you find in beef stew in it.
Actually,
except it also has
pretty good right now.
It has chunks. The chunks that are in it are not meat; they are mushroom. They may also include some chunks of Viscivore.
Wait a minute. No, actually, no. I won't say that out loud. Callie says.
But somebody's gotta feed the living mushroom.
Oh yeah, you're still floating.
Yeah.
Callie's like, oh okay, hold on, Bob. I'll tie you to the chair or something, and I'll feed you your noodles.
Saffron has a branch extend out from the table so that the belt can be hooked onto it. She won't go anywhere. Actually, no, she wouldn't even need to do that. What she could do to the table so it doesn't touch the ground, high chair for Laria.
Oh gosh, I just had a cool idea. I'll save that for later.
Here comes the airplane, Laria. I'm a grown-ass woman. How dare you?
I am a grown. Not only is she a grown woman, she's like a reincarnating spirit.
Laria can eat by herself.
I was like, well, this is how Seamus got me to eat food. But then again, he also didn't like. He also at the same time blew up my only pet at the time, and so he kind of had to force.
I said I was sorry.
So, Larry is given a special place at the table to keep her from floating away.
But you guys want to hear the funny idea I had?
She is otherwise presented with, and again, her choice of either like a fork or chopsticks, whichever she prefers.
Callie just goes in with her hands. That's how most Azarketti eat anyway. They just start palming that shit in, bro.
Yeah, these are served cold. Just so that you know, with a dark fermented sauce.
Now I got a really bad picture of Callie just grabbing a handful of noodles.
They're seasoned with like vinegars and like chili oil, so they're a little spicy. So you might not want to rub your eyes anytime soon.
Chili oil.
But yeah, so they set rules for everybody, and
as for the beef stew for me,
yeah, the beef stew is the. So everybody takes a seat and you can start tucking into their food, but otherwise, like, as everybody is like getting there at the table and like taking their seats and all that sort of stuff, you've got like the entire party plus like Oda's crew and Gloria who are just like looking at you, like waiting to see what happens.
All right, so Seamus, grabs like a spoon, and he just says, through the lips and over the gums, watch out, stomach, here it comes.
Which is impressive because you don't have any of those biological features.
He must have got it.
Yeah, this is the only time you get to see how Seamus eats.
He must have got it for Kelly. He just started saying
so,
it.
Yeah. So like
the dad
okay,
instincts
so, like,
kicked in.
Seamus is normally like wearing his like hooded robes and all that sort of stuff. He looks very much like a person when he's wearing the hooded robes. Except that, like, he's got like a black, like face mask. People keep thinking that it's like some sort of weird face mask helmet thing that he's wearing, but no, he takes that back off. He's got the sphere, which has the one jagged broken piece that got knocked off earlier, and the little stars and whatnot that form the points of like his face form up into the mouth, and they open up, and the sphere opens up so that there's clearly an inside space there for the food to go into. Spoon goes in, the whole thing just closes around it. It just merges with the spoon.
I imagine
Pops
Callie's
it out
like,
with the,
Dad, you never mentioned this before, but do you actually like have taste buds? Can you taste the food? I've asked this many times, and you said yes, but is that actually true?
Yes, absolutely.
He
So
can,
wait a
in
minute.
fact,
All those times you
taste
said.
things.
Wait a minute. All those times you said no, you didn't have taste buds when it was okay that my food didn't taste good. Was you just lying to me?
I plead the fifth.
Another spoonful. But yeah, Seamus, as far as you can tell, this tastes like beef stew. The texture of the like mushroom chunks is obviously not one to one with beef, but it's not far.
It's like a weird vegan alternative or something.
Yeah, it is like a weird vegan alternative, and the other little bits that are probably vescivore, like a little on the chewy side, like a fatty. But again, not exactly gross.
I like fatty meat, a little bit of fatty meat in my beef stew.
Weird tasting.
That sounds good.
But so yeah, it's actually kind of like a combination of having some chunks that are fatty and some chunks that are really lean. But they're very flavorful. Like this stew that you are eating is coming from a professional, magically enhanced chef. So like it is extremely good soup. And I can go ahead and tell you, you don't have to make any saving throws for poison or anything like that. But as you eat and whatnot, Oda, like as she's starting on her second she's like, oh wait a minute, we're doing experimentation, and like she reaches up and grabs the invisible halo that's like rotating around her head that the lightning keeps arcing off, and she just pulls it away from her head and like tucks it in like to a back pocket, which she's got a fat ass, but like there's no way her back pocket is big enough to hold this thing. It just goes into hammer space behind her, and then she just continues to like tuck into her second bowl of noodles. But now the Vescivores can get close if they want to, which a couple of them do. But notably, none of them are specifically drawn to Seamus. None of them are specifically drawn to the cooked, rendered other pieces of mushroom. The raw pieces of mushroom, they are drawn to that, and they are drawn to that in lieu of everything else. That is the thing that they go for. Is the raw mushroom over there? The cooked mushroom, that they don't give a shit about.
Interesting.
Callie's next question is: do we have any like spore samples? Just like mushroom spores, because maybe it's not the mushrooms themselves being cooked. Maybe it's the spores as well. But at the same time, I don't feel like we should spoon feed the spores to anybody. think that would be a bad idea.
Do you want spores? This is Saffron, who like actually opens her eyes for a moment, looking at you with like slit cat-like pupils. Like, do you want spores?
Can you like? Can you spawn some spores on the table? The mushroom spores on the table, and see if the vescivores are attracted to those.
Sure. And she puts her hand down on like the middle of the table, and everybody just watches as spores, which at this point just look like coffee grounds or small particles of dirt, just start to form around her fingers and pile up in the middle of it. And then she pulls her hand away, and everyone just kind of leans back from the table to look what the bugs are doing. And the one that's in the cage that she brought alive, it does like look over in that direction and tries to shove its head in that direction, but the other ones that are already like on mushroom pieces, the full grown bit, they don't switch targets.
So it's not like an addictive or like a pheromone kind of thing. It's just more like their food. Like they just want to eat food.
They
like
want the power.
Yeah.
They want the energy. Okay. So, Saffron, since you're like attuned with nature, I assume, considering you could just grow trees right away. Can you like give me an assertion as to like what kind of environments the mushrooms need to be grown in? Could they theoretically grow inside, like, say, like a human stomach or something like that randomly, right?
Oh no, these could not do that. Assuming that Brewer's analyzation is correct, these are essentially just like normal mushrooms that would grow in this area. So it would need to be probably dark, would need to be significantly moist, and it would also need to be this warmth or a little bit, but inside of an active living body, oh no, that would absolutely destroy them. They would become inert pretty quickly, and then you would just, assuming that they're in your stomach, of course, you would just like anything else. They're not poisonous or anything like that, but they would exist inside of you while say 5 or 6 hours maybe, and then after that it doesn't matter. They will have been ripped apart by your digestion.
They're also magically induced as well.
Yes, they are magically induced. I can confirm that. There is a lot.
I only asked because we found mushroom spores in the food at the Lips. Somebody had seemingly like contaminated the food on purpose with those mushroom spores, and I'm just worried that. Yeah, it seems odd.
Can't think of any reason why that would be bothersome. I mean, I could definitely see. And she looks over at Boer, and Boer's like, "Oh, yes, it could be used as seasoning, but it would be kind of bland. It would probably take on the flavor of whatever. So, I mean, it would be more like it would be like flour. It would be a binding agent.
Binding,
but I believe I can answer with Saffron say that it would exist inside of you for a while, independently, but it wouldn't grow. I have seen Lady Saffron. I have seen her bring plants back to life. I have seen plants from seeds which lay dormant, and mushroom spores have the ability to lay for a good long time in their natural environment, which is outside of creatures. There are some that can go through the digestion process and survive because they have hard enough, like shell. But I don't think this is that sort. So if you were to eat it, it would come out like normal. But this is weird, though, that it would be mixed in with other
food stuff. Yeah, and it seems like it wasn't. It was deliberate. It didn't seem like it was unintentional.
Well, it could be a lot of things that are going there. Probably not a poison, but these things are soaked in occult energies. Let's see, actually, and like Booer like grabs their chopsticks and like gets some of the noodles from their own bowl and like swirl it around and like takes like a big old bit. And while they've got like their mouth full chewing on these noodles, they clap their hands together, and there is a little like flash of light as they activate their own detect magic ability. And they move their hands around, kind of like sweeping over at everybody. And as they're like sweeping it around, they start coming across Seamus, and like they kind of point down, they tilt their hands so that they're sort of like pointing downwards, like through the table at Seamus's like middle section, and Booer kind of like raises an eyebrow and like tilts their head and says, I can feel that in there.
The mushrooms.
Yes. It's weak, but it's there.
I don't know why you guys are going here. Honestly, it tasted pretty good.
Seamus is like putting in another like spoonful. That's pretty good.
Well, I'm not ewing about the fact that it tastes good. I'm ewing about the fact that like you got magic. Dad, what if we saw one of them grow to the size of a fucking tree? What if that randomly just shot out of your stomach, split you in half, and then
no, it just became part of me. You remember the peach tree?
Okay, that was a little different. That's a little different.
Saffron stands up and she comes around the table behind like Seamus, and she puts her like hand on Seamus around a little bit so you can look him in the face, and she says, "May I?"
Go ahead.
Well, she reaches like she pulls back the collar of your like robe and then like runs her hand on the back of your body, like down your like where your spine would be, and to where her hand would be basically like if you were human, where your like kidneys and other things be, and she just kind of like runs her hands over the woody structure and everything. Like, no, that shit's dead in there. It's all dead. So nothing outside of some primal magic is going to wake that up and do anything. Why it's given off a occult signature, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what's going on there. But as far as the actual like plant matter itself is concerned, it's dead. It's been rendered, it's cooked, and now it's being digested.
Okay.
Can I have seconds, please?
And then she pulls her hands out, wipes her hand off, like readjusts her robe so it's sitting on your shoulder, and very like gladly like ladles more of the stew. They're like separate cauldron. It like pours it into your bowl. And it's just like watching you fascinated, like just watching you eat this thing. It's like, yes.
So that
Eat more of it.
okay.
Eat more of my experimentation, please.
So that eliminates one of my theories, I think, anyway. But
now
I still feel like they're deliberately trying to spread the mushroom around. But for what?
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
very possible.
We just don't know why.
That would be, that would be something to do. While this is all going on, Torque has very quietly excused herself and has gone the main house. Probably checking with her folks. But
do you guys think
while y'all are doing that though, one thing that does need to be notified of is the fact that Boer's cooking is magical. So you do actually receive benefit from eating Boer's cooking.
Nice.
Now, since Seamus is eating something else, Seamus gets a different thing than the rest of the party does. Seamus gains a +1 bonus to identify magic.
Woo!
Actually, yeah, that'd be
And while you're using detect magic, the cantrip, you can move at full speed.
Wow.
As opposed to creeping around and feeling your way, you can move at full combat speed while doing it.
Oh, hell yeah!
How long does that last?
And that will last. Does that last until the next day? So basically,
24
crap
hours,
out the until you take a shit. You've got that magical boost
Until
going.
you take a shit.
Yeah, that's how it works.
For everybody else, that is eating the noodles, the benefit that you get is that if in the next 24 hours you should become fatigued, you get to ignore the -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So basically, you can't become fatigued for the next day. You still have to rest like normal, but the fire noodles, the chilled fire noodles that Boer served everybody, is going to keep you warm and make it so that should you become fatigued, you can basically just ignore it.
Actually, on that note, how spicy are these noodles on a scale of 1 to 10? Would you say, Fuzzy?
I would say that these are of a spicy sweet sort of thing. So I would probably rate it. I'd rate it a little. I would rate it a low. I would rate it a low, probably 4, maybe.
Dang it.
Yeah, no, because that's actually one thing that sorry, just me kind of being in character. June does not like spicy food, so she'll be polite about it, eat it and stuff like that. If it's a sweet kind of spicy.
It is a sweet. Although one of Boer's other special abilities is just simply knowing when someone isn't enjoying their cooking.
Oh
no.
So
Kelly's
Boer, so Boer would politely, ask Rosie what part of it did you not enjoy, so that they can make changes for any food that they prepare for you later on. If Rosie just doesn't like sweets, or excuse me,
spicy,
you can cut down on the heat. Yeah.
No, I'd say if it was a 4, you said, that would probably be her limit, or tall, she'd tolerate the thing where it's not inedible to her,
Meanwhile, Callie's holding up her bowl and being like, "Hey, yo, put more spice in this, please."
Yeah, no, and again, she's not. It's not like she's sticking her tongue out like that. She's more just like occasionally just like taking like a noticeable drink of water or something, or her drink, you know. Yeah.
Like Boer would just put a note in her cookbook. Cozy cat tongue.
All right.
But yeah. So by the time that everyone has finished up their, you guys have like talked about these various effects and what. Which the other thing that was going to get brought up was the like, hey, we all need to like fiends and like make sure that we understand.
Oh yeah, fiends.
So the common BS with those. So when it comes down to it, between Tommy and Boer and Oda, there's various specialties which overlap in this. What they let all of you guys know is that if we're dealing with demons specifically, which let me pull up the demon thing, because there are, as has been like pointed out multiple times, there's way too many of these damn things, and they're way too they're stupidly specific and yet also like broad termed at the same time. Okay, so demons. When we're talking about demons, demons are usually intelligence. To realize is that you're dealing with something that is smart, that can make plans, has memories, can utilize weapons and other things in their environment. They may look like animals, they may look like monsters, but they are very intelligent. Some of them like scary intelligent. A lot of them are also usually telepathic. This telepathy, however, usually also has a range around roughly 100 feet. And if they use it, you'll know. Like, they can't just like casually like listen in. Some of them are good at it, so like some of them can be sneaky about it. But most of them can't just casually listen to your thoughts while you're in range. You will feel it if they try. Most feel it.
Why did I think of that Simpsons meme of just Homer being like, "I know you can read my mind, boy." Yum 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 yum.
Oh, the meow mix shit.
Yeah.
But that is actually a legitimate thing that you can do. Is if you feel it happening, you can't just la 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 la. And that's the only thing the demon will get. Other than those particular things, it then gets a little bit more specific. They tend to be kind of resistant to spells, which manifests in the fact that they get a +1 to saves versus magic. They all usually have some sort of resistance. The elemental resistance is different usually for each one of them, but they usually have some resistance. So once you figure out the specific demon that you're dealing with, you'll know what resistance they have. But they also have some common weaknesses, and their common weaknesses is cold iron that will harm them more so than just regular steel or iron, other special materials. Cold iron specifically, they have a weakness to, and they also specifically have a weakness against good damage. And good damage comes from being having the ability to do spirit damage, and then on top of that, you either have to have a special ability, or like Oda, you need to be holy. And Oda counts as a holy creature, so any spirit damage that she does, which is basically all the damage that she does, it also triggers their weakness, which is why she absolutely vaporizes demons. The other thing is that when dealing with a demon that is attached to a specific sin, you can harm them just simply by either refusing to participate in that sin or by doing the opposite of sin. Oda specifically jokes that did you ever run into a succubus? They're all like, evil sluts. So if you just tell them no, that like you don't like what they're trying to sell you, it hurts them, like to the point that they can die. You can kill them by telling them no. I don't want you to suck my dick. I mean,
okay.
They have to be able to. It is an active thing. Like you have to actively do that, but they have a weakness versus whatever is the opposite of their sin. They are tied to it. Succubi are the. I guess it's unfortunate for succubi, but they're the ones who are famous. They're all about seduction and all that sort of stuff. So if you just absolutely refuse to be seduced, it hurts them. It causes them literal damage. It also pisses them off, so they might stop trying to seduce you and just, rip your chest open.
Yeah, they're not just gonna just stand.
They very rarely will they just stand there and take it. That is not a thing that they do. See previous point about them being intelligent creatures. The other thing is that like if you do manage to kill them, some of them have a magical thing, release magic, or they may literally explode, but that's going to be very specific to also usually spellcasters of some variety. Like a lot of them have the ability to just fucking teleport, become invisible, at a thought. So if you have ways of dealing dealing with enemies that can teleport, alternate sensory stuff, because invisibility is kind of popular with these guys, as well as darkness. So if you have the ability to sense through touch, like if you can feel vibrations through the just motion in the air, like that kind of thing. Because and this is Oda speaking, because I know with Azurketi, you guys can feel stuff moving around you in the water, and there's an invisible demon in the water with you. You would still be able to feel it. If you've got any of those extra, be aware of them, because these guys love to turn off your ability to see. Interacting with light, that kind of stuff. They are otherwise sneaky. They are consummate liars, although they don't have to lie. Realize that the lying part is a choice. They lie the same way that you lie. When Seamus was telling a younger Callie, that she needed to eat her vegetables or whatever, good for her. That was a polite lie that he chose to do. Demons do it the same way. They choose to lie, and it is nothing to them. It's a nothing sandwich as far as they are. It's empty calories. But they're very good at it, and they're extreme keeping lies and things like that. So they can be extremely convincing. They can really sound like they know what they're talking about. They have information, and they frequently do, but even if they don't, they will make it feel like they've got that information. So the best way that I've always kinds of creatures, don't engage them in conversation, stab them through the chest with a spear. That's the best way to handle them. Drop a cup. Anyways, those are the common things that we're probably going to need to deal with if we're dealing with full-on demons. I don't know about the demons having police, though I do know that the demons and the devils don't get along to the point where they try to murder each other if they possibly can. And I guess it wouldn't be surprising police force that he sent after demons. but yeah, that if we are dealing with demons, these guys are not only evil and intelligent, like liars and manipulators, tied to sin, they're also tied to chaos. They love it. They love chaos. They will set stuff on fire just to watch it burn. And if that, also like kills somebody in the process, icing on top for them. So don't expect a stand-up fight with them. They will lie. They will try to escape the moment things don't look like they're going in their direction. But like a lot of evil things, they've got a shitload of ego. So if you can goad them into like trying to kill you or defeat you or prove that they are the better like thing, because that's the other thing. They all think that they're superior. They think that they are the greatest thing since like sliced bread and whipped cream. They're not, but like they think that they are. And if you can goad them into like giving into that like mindset, you can fuck with them. You can fuck with them real hard if you just like challenge them, prove that they are the bad like thing that they think that they are. Like I don't know how it works. I don't know if that's the thing that like I don't know if they have a demon school and they go to demon college
college.
And they get like a demon degree or whatever. I don't know if they do any of that, or if they're just born assuming that they're the best thing ever. But yeah, if you can goad them, you can manipulate them harder than anything else. It is the most useful tactic in fighting these creatures. If you can find what it's based off of, then you can use that to manipulate. So the thing is with these kinds of outsiders, with these kinds of fiends, information is important, and anything that we can figure out is going to be the best possible thing. Now, this Varniv guy that you mentioned, if he's a Nephilim, and I don't want to. This is obviously not meant as an insult to Boer. Boer is a Nephilim, just because they have, some sort of like blood tie that goes back to the outsiders. That does not preclude them into any sort of behavior. They are basically a person, just like you or me, which means that they have free will. They have their own goals, their own choices, that sort of stuff. If this guy has thrown himself in with demons, I'd imagine he's probably, a dangerous, chaotic murderer. But like, he's not going to be the same way to easily goad that you can harm by not butchering. I don't know. He's basically just going to be a guy, and I would suggest that you do the same sort of tactic that we know. We have like bad guys that need to be you get close and then you beat the absolute bricks off of it, maybe with a brick. We
gotta keep that guy alive, okay? Otherwise, God and Gore.
Well,
no, not the dog doing. What?
And they said brick.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
We gotta keep that guy alive, otherwise Gongorian or whatever the hell his name is gonna be angry with us. Gongorian.
Look, Kelly, I don't know if turning in that guy to this Gongor dude is like the best idea. But at the same time, if this Varniv guy is aiding and abetting like demons, that's not good for anybody. He's a bad dude. So like, I mean, I guess. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to do how adventuring here. Well, you're a big Pathfinder. You're wearing the big Pathfinder pants. But I think it behooves me as a priestess of Kyrgyz to just mention that, like, yeah, Varnum's a bad guy, but probably so is Gongor. We're just handing a bad guy to another, dish out whatever their twisted sense of justice is.
I mean,
if,
if that gets him to leave, if that gets him to leave, then yeah.
I mean, yeah. On one hand, yeah. If it works, works. It's just.
I mean, he also seemed like he'd get real angry and upset with us if we brought him back dead. So there's also that possibility.
There is that possibility, and he wasn't lying when he told you that, like, somebody who has really thrown their lot with the fiends, irregardless of what flavor, that they can just immediately respawn as a demon. So, it could be one of those situations where you're in a knockdown, drag-out fight with this guy, and then you finally go down, and boom, and he's replaced by a bigger, more powerful monster who's at full strength. So
yeah, I think knocking him out and giving him to Gongorian is better. Than having to kill him ourselves. I mean, I don't really care what punishment he ends up having. Demon, Daemon, Devil, I don't really care. They're all kind of
some other fourth thing.
Some other fourth name that we haven't come up with yet.
Some mysterious sixth. Yeah, I mean, it might be for the best. I just want you to know that's what you're dealing with here, Callie. You're dealing with creatures that have a they don't really see morality in a black and white way the same way that we do. So I don't know. But yeah, I get, if it works, it works. Like, if somebody hands me like a thing and is like, hey, throw this over there, it's going to explode. Need the details on, like, the chemical sciences behind it or the to it. Either way, it means an explosion happens over there. So if it works, it works.
Yeah.
So, this discussion goes on for a little while, and unless the party specifically wants to do something, it is brought up by Oda and her crew that, like, they did hear the explosion, like, at the lips earlier, and they do ask, like, questions about the details of that encounter and everything.
I didn't do it.
But Oda says that usually it's, the smart thing, that everybody gets, like, some good rest before, like, we go raid a castle, or a dungeon or whatever. So you should probably get a good night's sleep. Not to mention, it will allow us to do some fun on your friend's digestion to see whether, like, all of that stuff comes out like it's supposed to. Make sure that none of that, like, sticks around. So we should probably get some rest. And unless the party has other things that they want rest of this evening, then we can otherwise move on to the party taking a rest.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that means, obviously, paperwork-wise, if you're not at full hit points, you get hit points back, which is your level plus con and all that sort of stuff. Make sure to give yourself a hero point if you haven't already for the session. And since we are going to be moving into...
pretty at 20 hit points.
Damn. It's just like old times.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on, because there's multiple other ways that those additional hit points can be gotten back. That's why I want to make sure that we do this before we go into an actual combat.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see here.
I mean, wouldn't eating the soup also give me health back as well, or no?
This particular concoction doesn't actually give you back now.
Gotcha.
It just gives you the special effect, which, by the way, you'll have eat, like at breakfast in order to get like the special effect again. But let me make sure that I am looking at this fucking correctly.
Gorian.
Trying to find where it's got the thing. Oh, okay. All right. Specifically, let's go back to that natural healing that you get. Natural healing. It is your con modifier multiplied by your level. So 9 times whatever your con is. That's how much hit points you get back.
Excellent. 9. So I'm sitting at 29 instead.
Hold on, let me see how many health potions I have.
I mean, I could just eat a peach, honestly.
Or 3.
I mean, there is that. There is that, but like, Oda can just give everybody 18 hits back just by looking at you. So, she could just do that. So she does. Just bing, 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 bing.
So we get 18 back?
Yeah, so on top of that, you get 18 back just... the other thing that I need to check is Laria's curse.
These are the people too, currently.
It is, but I don't remember off the top of my head if the curse resets after rest.
It goes down to the I guess it will go down to 1 after she rests. So when she rests, it'll go to enfeebled 1.
You would need to specifically refocus.
Hmm.
Let's see, and refocus takes 10 minutes, so that would reduce you from 2 to 1, and then you would have to continue to refocus to get it down to 0.
Oh, does that mean refocus?
Okay, the other thing that refocusing does also restores every time you do. Okay. Just so that we're Lihu doesn't put any like blame on the party, the damages or anything.
How the hell were we supposed to know that guy was gonna explode? Okay, like, I don't think anybody knew that guy was gonna explode.
Oh no, nobody knew that. As a matter of fact, Lihu explains that like she was told by one of her employees that they recognized Grelt when he showed up, but because he's a known dangerous dude, they were just going to let things sit, because at the time he just showed up patron. He was just there to drink and look at titties, and so they were just going to let him do that, and then report later that like, hey, this known dangerous guy is here. And the reason that he is treated with slight difference to the other guys is that while he is a bandito and they are also bandito, Relt is the son of the head of the town. So the guy who is the mayor, that's Grelt's dad.
Hey, yo, I'm sorry
It's
about
not
your
going to come
son.
back to bite us, is it?
Hey, yo,
Well-
I'm sorry hear about your son exploding and then turning into a fucking flock of wasps, man. That was really sad.
Well,
Also, he was a bitch and he died like a bitch.
he was. He was.
I'm sorry to hear about your son, but he died like a bitch.
Okay.
I mean, as long as we don't say that to the mayor, it shouldn't bite us in the ass. I
Uh,
mean, we weren't the one that killed his son. His son killed himself, if anything, after he set himself on fire. That explosion.
That's okay. That's different. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay.
No.
So all right, okay. So anyways, yeah. So in the morning, everybody goes to their daily preparation like normal.
Yep.
Makes breakfast
I make some
for
soup.
everybody.
Well, I make soup. It's not as good, I imagine,
Well-
but it's good soup.
I mean, it is good soup, but like, you know, Boer is a magical professional chef. Although Boer does ask Callie, you know, like, hey, since you enjoy spicy foods, do you like a little special pepper?
Wait. Special pepper? Yes, please. She's
Okay. So I have ground pepper, which is made from Kuthite's Kiss. It is extremely spicy.
Oh, that sounds good enough to me.
All right. Then Callie, when she's like, you know, getting her breakfast together, Boer puts a little shaker on the table, like next to Callie, which is just a little jar that has a lid that you can twist open and close, and inside of it is purple, black, sparkly bits.
Yeah.
And if you flavor your meal with this, and then that with your breakfast, it is extremely spicy. So spicy, in fact, that it gives you resistance 10 to fire and resistance 5 to poison.
Holy crap.
Whoa! Yeah, Callie just starts caking that shit on. Mender soup's like spicy. Okay, let's see how spicy. And then she finally eats it. She's like, it's pretty spicy. Like.
Otherwise, they do fix waffles for everybody, and these waffles, they give you the ability to cooperate with other people who eat waffles. So if you're everybody else who is like munching on waffles, if you use the follow the expert action, the circumstance bonus that following the expert grants is increased by 1, so it goes up by 1 whenever you do that. And if you aid somebody, so like somebody's making a check and then you go to make an aid, you also get that bonus to the aid as well.
You said it was 10 fire resistance?
10 fire resistance, 5 poison resistance. Although the 10 fire resistance is 24 hours, the poison resistance, just so that you're aware of it, Callie, that only lasts for an hour. That part is only an hour.
And it's a day away.
But the 10 fire resistance though is all day.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that then. That's actually
if you don't want waffles,
temporary.
The other option that they have is bacon.
Kelly grabs some and starts shoving it into her soup.
This bacon will, first of all, allow you to again ignore fatigue condition. But it not only does it allow you to ignore fatigued condition, but especially when Boer munches on it, it causes their horns to get longer. And if you don't have horns, you grow 2 little nubby horns off of your like head if you eat this bacon. And so long as you've got the 2 little nubby horns on your head, you get a +1 item bonus to all fortitude saves.
Oh damn! Okay. Yeah, the bacon's going in. I don't care. We're making some random soup. It's got some fucking spicy bits. It's got bacon in there. You know.
Hold on.
It's got the usual stuff.
Like if you're eating it, do you like know like, or is it just like someone has to point out to you like you got horns growing on your head?
Damn, bro! I can't believe I'm punished, Callie now.
When Boer sets up breakfast for everybody, when Boer sets up breakfast, they note that like this stuff is super spicy, and you'll definitely feel it on the way out tomorrow. But like, this is super spicy. This bacon is made from scofa, and if you eat it, it will make your horns grow. But if you don't have horns, but it does give you some of Boar's legendary like toughness in the form of the item bonus to saves. You can, if you want to, choose to end the effect normally. So I mean, if you want to just munch on it, get the horns, be like, oh cool, and then like make them go away, they go away, but you also lose the item bonus to
nah saves. Bro, I think the horns are fun. I'm gonna feed this shit to Dr. Trevor's as well, so he gets some horns as well. Hey Dad, look, we're both evil now.
The other thing is that if you were fatigued when you ate it, then it immediately ends the fatigue condition. But if something comes along that also tries to make you fatigued later on, when you make a saving throw versus that, do you get a +1 bonus from the fortitude save? You get an additional +1 bonus versus the fatiguing effect. So it's a total of +2 versus fatigue.
Oh hell yeah! It's going in the soup. Throwing that in the soup, as long with the spicy sauce as well.
Okay then. But yeah. So essentially, there's a full spread. You've got like sausage. You've got the special bacon. You've got the special waffles. You've got the spicy add-on purple black pepper powder if you want that. But yeah, so otherwise, Boer, like loads you guys up with like a tremendous amount of like food, just absolutely insane, like fucking Goku anime levels of like balls and balls and balls of food, just piled up. Which, like, by the time like everybody's like getting together and like really like going for it, like Gloria and Oda are in like a pancake eating contest of which one of them can eat the short stacks, and fucking Oda is keeping up with Gloria, who is basically big enough to swallow Oda. So yeah, like they are just pummeling it back. But as breakfast is clearing up, everyone finished up their daily preparations. The party and all of their associated NPCs are ready to rock. That is when a couple of horses approach from town and come up to the main house. They don't come over to where you guys are at, because you're off to the side over there by the flying angler. They come up to the main house, but you guys can see that one of them is there's an older female orc and an older like male orc. So think like
quick, hide the sea turtle, everyone.
So think like in their like 50s or whatever. But they come up to the main house, and they knock on the door. One of the cowpokes that works there opens up. They have like a brief like conversation, and then they step inside. It does not take very long, however, but they come out a few minutes later with the cowpoke like leading the way, and
hide
Torque.
the drugs, everyone.
And Torque is like pushing her dad's wheelchair to like come along, and they come over, and the Torque man he introduces himself as Auk Zeld, and he is the head Widderin. And
The head of
he's been told,
Widderin. So, like,
and he has been told that you guys encountered his son Grant, and he would like to take a look at the skull that Lihu told him that you guys collected, so he can identify his son.
Well, I mean, Callie, I bet Callie doesn't know that. She's like, Skull, oh, that's ridiculous. You think we have... And then Tim's just like pulls that out of his bag. Yeah, here it is. It's like, oh, what the fuck, man? I have to ask though. You're like not mad though, right? About any of this?
No, I'm not angry. My son has had a problemed past, and I'm not blind to it. I made some poor choices in earlier years. You know, a parent sometimes turns a blind eye to poor behavior in their child. They try to fix it, but didn't stick. So I had assumed that Grout was dead. So to hear of him showing back up and then dying,
well,
without even bothering to come say hi or whatever, it puts us in a poor position.
Callie says in Rasu to Seamus, like, do you think it would be kind of inappropriate to tell him that his son might be worse than dead? That his son might have become a demon?
It's kind of a catch-22 at this point, as repeated back in Rasu. So it's like, damned if we do, damned if we don't, you know what I mean?
True. Shit. Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that he went down that path.
It's your call, Callie.
I mean, we know like for sure he turned into a demon, or it's like that's like an educated guess.
It's well,
it's a mostly educated guess.
Educated guess, yeah.
Educated.
Yeah, because it's like that's what would happen to.
I mean, this is a known thing. Like this is a people.
Yeah,
know
I guess. Callie then mentions like, I hate to say this now because like you're probably having to reel back from the tragedy of it all, right? Your son dying again and all that, but there is quite the possibility that he is beyond death at this point, that he's become something worse, something like a demon, potentially.
I was told about the situation. The magics, the disguises, the merchant woman that was there before and then vanished into thin air. I don't know what is going on. There's been weird things happening around Britain, and I've been trying to deal with. I haven't seen Grelt in. It's been probably 4 years now, which pretty much coincides with. And he kind of like pauses and sort of like turns and looks a little bit over towards Torque and her dad, and then looks back at the party. He's like, he attacked Thulk's child and left them damn near for dead while trying to steal coins from the lips. And I said this to you in the house, but and again he kind of like turns and looks back more at Torque and says, at the time I didn't want to believe it, despite the evidence in front of me. So again, I must say that I am sorry that I did not at the time do the proper thing and see that justice was made. But after you had left, it became clear that he had fallen in with bandits, and things were just going to get progressively worse. And then we received word that there was a shootout, and Grelt was killed. I never saw the body, and so there was always this little bit in the back of my mind that maybe he was still alive.
Well, it's probably a good thing you didn't, because from what I could tell, there wasn't much left of him in there.
June Rosie smacks Cal in the back of the head.
Hey, that was meant to be respectful. I was being respectful here.
It is not a problem. It isn't.
Would you rather him see that mangled mess that was his son? Like something. It was more like something like it was more like a fucking, like creature was puppeteering the body.
I love it's just like a little bop on the back of the head, and Callie just spills the whole beans to June, just right there
in front of them. Yeah.
But yeah, both of the parents like look to the side of like, this is hard to hear for them, but like the Alkstead, the head mayor, guy in charge of Witterin, he kind of like swallows and looks back over at Tim, who has pulled out the skull and presents it, and he takes the skull from him and looks down at the.
I imagine the rest of the bones as well.
I
don't
think we did take the rest of the bones. I think we just took like.
Just the skull.
Yeah. So he takes the skull, and he looks at it for a second. He hands it to his. He hands it to his wife, and he looks. Yes, that is my son.
You gonna give him a burial or something?
Yes. He does not deserve a place of honor. My son was a bad man. But he is still my son, and he will be placed with his ancestors.
That's fair enough.
I do wish that these were not the circumstances by which we interact. As the head of Witterin, I do extend my welcome to you as both travelers and merchants. I understand that you've already done some business with some of the citizens here in town. I really wish that violence was not the way that your first day here had been. but it is what it is at this point, and hopefully it won't be a trend that continues.
Also kind of brings us like, I know this is a bad time to bring this up, but also it seems like it would be a good time since you're the head of the town. But it seems like whoever your son was being involved with has attempted to, or in their outright tried to contaminate some of the foodstuffs in town with fungal spores of a mushroom that we think is attracting the, what are they called again?
Vescomores.
Vescor.
Yeah, those things, yeah. And I'm just bringing this up to you because I don't want to set any panic or anything like that, like freak everybody out. I'm just saying it probably would be a good idea to maybe check in some of the stored grains and other flour you might have about that are in warehouses and see if they've been contaminated as well.
I will let everyone know, and we will take it from there. Are these spores poisonous?
From what we have ascertained, no, they are not. And digesting them doesn't seem to do much. If anything, digesting them seems to kill the spores anyway. But we haven't really.
As Seamus, Boer, and Saffron combined can confirm, they are in fact, 24 hours later or so, processed by the body. They're all gone. They're completely inert. So Seamus is like, had a bowel movement. Yeah.
Rosie takes
thumbs up.
Rosie takes a step forward and she says, I know this isn't the best of time to ask this, but when your son expired, I was standing next to him, and he said something that I could not completely make out, but does the words, and like she says, like, in her best Orcish, the camp and hatred or hate mean anything to you?
Could it be? And he says he said something in Turkish to kind of like talk with Rosie of like, could it have been like this word or whatever, and it only takes a couple of go arounds, but eventually what it lands on is translates from Orcish to venom. And as this old man is like nodding to Rosie, and he's like, actually, yes, that does bear some meaning. Camp Venom is not an official name, but it is a phrase that the sheriffs have reported to me as what the banditos tended to call their home base. It is an area a bit distant from town, couple hours horseback ride. Why is this important? Do you know?
I'm not sure. It was the last thing they tried to say. I don't know if it was a confession or some clue to us, but that is what I managed to hear. And
well,
despite the strong feelings I had towards them for their actions. I am sorry that it had to come to that.
Well, I guess.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jay's here.
Jay joined it and played the fucking Prowler theme.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, that was great timing. Thank you, Jay.
Oh, so good. Oh, fuck, dude.
I somehow did not hear that.
Jay, how you doing? If you're saying anything, Jay, we can't hear you.
We'll be right back after these
They're not.
messages.
Oh, there they are. There they are. I was like, say they're not
There you
muted, are
go.
they? But no.
Well, Jay, you get in here just as we hit today's plot point. The party just had breakfast, and then the father of the dude who was spitting wasps and got set on fire and threw himself in the well back during the bar fight. He showed up to collect that dude's skull, and confirm that yes, this actually was. And also just confirmed with June that she managed to capture the word camp and venom from that guy right before he evaporated into bugs. And that is apparently an unofficial name location that the bandits sometimes frequent as a camp space. Although the implications of that nobody knows yet. Either way, though, horses are coming up from the town.
I do have to ask, where is the location of this supposed Camp Venom? As at least
Again, I'm sure.
to best of knowledge. Anyway.
If you head out into the Chateau Forest, which on the map is over here, if you head out into the Chateau, it's about 8 or so miles away from town.
Jeez, okay.
So you can get there by horseback in about 2 hours.
Only 2
You
hours.
could, or you could get on the blimp and get there in about 3.
In 3 hours.
Wait, that's more.
Yeah.
That's more. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
more prep time.
Well, yes,
I imagine.
Well, that and the blimp is slower than horses. The blimp the blimp beats the horses long term because it doesn't have to sleep.
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
doesn't. Yeah.
But a short distance like that, horses are going to beat it. But that doesn't stop you. That doesn't stop you. Doesn't stop you from taking them. It's just it will take slightly longer. Not to mention you will have to inflate the envelope, which itself takes an hour.
Yeah.
But
that's
as you're asking this, and he's giving you the answer, where horses come up
oh
the.
shit! It's the cops! Everyone run!
It actually is in fact the cops, or it is a cop anyways, as Sheriff Boken and a couple of other dudes who are probably current, deputy posse.
How he starts running.
They come into the property. They come up to the house. They look around and they see, the head and you guys over here, and they ride over near the party. And Sheriff Boken calls out to head Al Zed and says, "Sir, we have a bit of a problem in town. Something's going on."
Oh no.
And he looks at you folks. He says, "Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, folks, but you're going to be a part of this."
Well,
Tell me, what do you guys know about magic mushrooms?
Well, I mean, besides from what we just told you, quite a bit actually.
Well, You know what? You can fill me in on the details once we get back into town, because there's something you got to see.
Oh gosh.
All
I
right.
hope it's not a bunch of like...
All right, indeed. So,
oh no.
The party, although I'm going to say that, like, that Saffron and Gloria are going to, like, stay here at the are going to stay here at the blimp, but the rest of the party is going to, like, ride into town and see what's going on. So, like, Boer, like, pulls up stakes and gets on their trike and just, like, you know, cruises along with the horses to get into town. So you guys travel into the middle of town, back into the market square. It is very early. It is roughly about say 8:30 in the morning. It is very cold, like it's a little bit above freezing right now, so you know, mid upper 30s. It is a bright, like, cloudless day though otherwise, and there's a lot of people gathered around and, like, you know, rubbing their hands together and, like, drinking hot coffee and all that sort of stuff, and looking at y'all as y'all ride up, because in the middle of town, all of the market tables have been just haphazardly tossed and thrown around, because the entire square is filled with mushrooms. And these mushrooms are not just mushrooms. As the mushrooms, there's two really big mushrooms, which have smaller mushrooms that are sprouting out of them. And this is not a random pattern at all. This is writing in Orcish, just spelled out in mushrooms.
In mushrooms?
Yeah, just spelled out in mushroom. Yeah, mushrooms are forming the shape of the letters. And in front of the mushrooms, there are, and these big mushrooms, they are about, like, 10 feet tall. Hello? They're about 10 feet tall, and they're like mushroom caps spread like a good 15 feet away from the stall. So these are big mushrooms. But in front of them, there are human-sized mushrooms, which is creepy, not just because they're human-sized, but because they're also human-shaped. And they're shaped like very specific people.
Gosh.
There is a mushroom that is shaped just like Rosie. There is a mushroom that is shaped just like Torque. There is a mushroom that is shaped just like Laria. As a matter of fact, I've got a list. Hold on. Let's see here.
I thought people in the market had turned the mushrooms. I don't know if this is better or worse.
Oh, please tell me there's a Cali-sized mushroom in there.
There is a Cali mushroom.
Oh god, Cali's like, guys, we gotta get that Cali mushroom. Trust me, I gotta put it next to the Cali shapeshifter head in my office, please.
Collect all of them at this point.
But yeah, there's
collect all our mushroom clones.
There's one for Torque, one for June, one for Callie, one for Laria, and one for a woman that you guys do recognize, because she was the burlesque dancer at the Lips when you guys showed up the other day.
Wait, there's no Seamus one?
No, there's not one for Seamus or for any other members of the party. There's not one that looks like Tim, anything that looks like Jamal or anything like that.
What the fuck?
It is noticeable. Every single person here is female presenting.
Whoa.
And
yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
They're all lined up next to each other.
I must put this next to the shapeshifter head in my office.
They are 1-to-1 copies, so that you understand what you're looking at here. They're 1-to-1 copies of you.
Damn, bro, this Cali mushroom didn't get my nose right.
But it is you shaped in the, like, stem of the mushroom, and then there is the mushroom cap that comes off the top of it, so it looks like you're wearing a weird mushroom hat. But yeah, so like it's got all of that. Then the big mushrooms have writing on them, which is in Orcish, and it has on there a message that is very simple, very straightforward. It says, "I want these people. Bring them to me, or I will start killing everyone starting at sundown."
Oh shit! Every person. Or wait, how did
it says every single person in town. I will kill every single person in town starting at sundown. But I want these people, and obviously your mimics are set up there. And it's and it says specifically, it says to give me these people, bring them to this location, and then there is a little made out of mushrooms map, and there is an X mushroom that is like on the map of like over here.
This is very intuitive, bro. How the fuck did they manage to do this in the same time?
Magic.
Well, I know that's magic, but somebody had to put this shit here, bro. Somebody had to come up with it. Look at this. This Cali mushroom is fucking lifelike, bro. I need this in my office. God damn it.
Are there like?
Cali's just like, I don't care. I want the mushroom.
Are there anything like? Is there anything like noticeable about like our doppelgangers kind of growing out of the mushrooms? Do they look like? Are they posed in any specific way? Is it more just kind of like, just like essentially like a wooden carving statue that's just in our fake shape? They're not like.
The one for Cali is specifically in a like walking or maybe like running pose, like she's moving somewhere. So it is like an in-action thing. It is 1-to-1. It even mimics her gear and everything. There is even like a like lump on her that like if you squint at it, you're like, that's supposed to be Mr. Servos. Not Mr. Servos. That's supposed to be Dr. Tremors. Laria's looks like she's like running for her fucking life. Is like posed in like that kind of way. Whereas June's is posed with like ladyfingers in hand and like rapier in other hand, like battle pose. And then the other one is like the dance that Torque does when she does her like aura thing for the party is like her mid dance pose.
And the waitress.
So it's just.
And the waitress, the reason that you can easily understand who that is she is partially undressed in like burlesque dance performance that you guys saw part of when you went to the Lips the other day.
Seems very.
So these are like 3-dimensional photographs of you.
Yeah, like there's actually photographs of us at like very specific instances. Like, can I like do like some kind of insight or perception to like recognize, hey, this was at like this is during this time. This was during when we were doing this thing.
If you want to make a check on it for those kinds of specifics, then you'll need to do a seek action, which is a perception check.
Okay.
DC for that is going to be a DC 25.
Okay. Alright. It's 27.
Bing bang.
Bing bang boom.
Okay. Bing bang boom. So yeah, just as Rosie is like looking over this copy of herself, which she's seen sculptures of herself, this is very much the exact same gear and everything like the specific position that Rosie had, like, her braid in, and like her hair clips, and that all of them are very much like the way that Rosie was dressed yesterday. Her gear is in the sort of like position and whatnot, and you can even remember like a moment, like a snapshot in time during the early part of that combat before shit had really gotten crazy, which actually would have been a moment when you, Citrus, the player, were not here, where Rosie had like drawn weapons because the shit was hitting the fan, and you're in this like pose that you're like just action pose, ready to, you're ready to get into it. That's very much that. Looking at Torx, same outfit that she was wearing yesterday, her hair done up the way that she was yesterday. The posing, again, you can visually remember seeing Torque do this pose as she was generating her aura thing that she does. Clearly, you didn't see Laria running like her life depended on it, but like you've seen Laria haul ass a couple of times. That looks very much like that. And you've seen Callie walking around plenty of times, so that looks very much like that could have been from any point. But again, the gear and clothing and little details that you remember the other day all match up. Callie's, notably, besides the fact that she seems walking with a purpose, she is kind of looking down, and her hand is sort of like maybe she might be reaching for something. But other than that, all of that lines up. So, yeah, you're basically looking at three-dimensional mushroom photographs.
That's
how disturbing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disturbing? Dad, you don't have a mushroom. This isn't disturbing to you at all.
I mean, it's still kind of weird.
And last question was the X that marks the spot, is that towards Camp Venom?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Assuming that the map is to scale, it wouldn't be far enough out for Camp Venom. But like, yeah, if you just kept going in that direction, you'd get to where Camp Venom is supposed to be.
All right. Well, Rosie will basically reiterate what she basically guesses that, like, hey, this is more or less like copies of us during the battle yesterday. Obviously she wouldn't know Callie and Laria's thing, like specifics, but would guess like, the same thing, and that this map is just basically a straight shot towards where Camp Venom was.
I have a quick question for Larry. Are you currently wearing your pot shoes?
Yeah, she's still wearing the pot
Clank,
shoes.
Okay.
Even though she's floating, she's still wearing them.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if you pot shoes, because they do prevent you from connecting to the mycelium network.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, she's still wearing the pot shoes, and she's still floating.
All right, so you've reactivated your.
Yeah. She reactivated the curse.
Cool. Gotcha.
She does. She does not want to risk it.
I mean, understandable. Okay, so then, party comes rushing into town, pulling Larry out like a friggin' happy deflated balloon. Okay, so, but yeah, while Rosie is, examining, and then turns to the party and is just like, hey, all of these details match, yada yada, kind of like thing. The serving girl / burlesque dancer employee at Lips, who is here with the crowd, she walks over to where you guys are at, is just like, hey, what do I have to do with all of this? What's going on?
I don't know. What does any of us have to do with any of this? We just showed up like a couple days ago.
She kind of like lowers her voice, looks around, and like leans toward to Callie. am I in trouble? Like, am I in danger?
Well, in trouble? No. In danger? Yes, 100%.
Oh, I hate it when I'm in danger.
So what's the plan? Do we kind of were going to that spot anyway, but
well, not that spot. We were leaning towards the ruins more, but if everything's pointing to that spot, I guess we kind of have to go there now, don't we? I mean, they're calling us specifically, or they'll start killing people.
No offense, but I'm like a... Look, I dance for money at a saloon. I'm not made for this stuff. Do I have to come with you guys? Or can I just maybe run for it?
Well, I don't think running for it would be a good idea, and what do you guys think? Do you think she should stay here under protection, or do you think we should... I mean, they might, if they don't see everybody they've called in this lineup, they might just start killing people immediately. Maybe. They'd be like, oh, you didn't bring everybody we asked, we'll just kill people, right? Like, but that also calls to the fact of, like, do they even have the power to just start killing people randomly, right? Maybe they're bluffing a little.
Wait a minute, I got an idea. Tim's got the scarf.
Oh no! I as soon as you said I have an idea, I was like, I knew exactly what you're thinking.
Tim's got the scarf to transform his whole body, right? Have him transform into the burlesque dancer.
Doesn't that only last for like an hour though?
Yeah, so you would have to do it before you show up.
We'd have to. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I mean, it still could work. It's just...
Yeah,
we would have to speed run the fight, though. A possible fight.
Yeah! Because they would know we
Maybe.
But there's also the fact that they would just know. There's a mycelium net. Like, look at these statues. They took photos of us. We were touching the mycelium network. They took photos of us. 3-dimensional... They would know it's not the barista. They know it's Tim immediately.
They hit you guys with that mushroom LiDAR.
Yeah.
That mushroom LiDAR. That's Floridian mushroom stare.
Which that is a particular like, problem. Torque, however, she mentions that like as far as like this other waitress worker at the Libs, who got hired after she left, so like lady personally, but like she could honestly, legitimately, if she's in danger, and she probably, the safest place would be to be around us. Like, I know most everybody here's got a gun and everything, but like
I don't know. I guess, but like after that explosion, I don't know if that's true anymore.
Yeah, but like nobody who didn't deserve to die died. I'm not saying it's like perfect, but we do have a whole like blessed cleric of a god with us, and all of the stuff that we do, and Boer's got crazy magic and makes delicious waffles. Like, really, sweetheart, you're safer with us than anybody else. You should just come with us. And you know what? I'm gonna have Torque make a diplomacy check, which she gets a +1 versus non-humans, and this is an orc.
Challenge her to a game of rock, paper, scissors.
31. Okay. 31 for Torque's diplomacy. But yeah, actually, that does make sense. You have a blessed cleric. You've got all these other things, and there's this kind of craziness involved. She might want to stick close to you guys. Flash damage. So she opts to come with y'all. She is, just so that we're clear here, she is a non-combatant, and I'm not going to force you to try to like keep her alive. But she will come with the party so that the rest of the town is not endangered just simply by her not, showing up. So, with that all said, you've got a map. You've got a location that you're going to. Sheriff Bokum knows where Camp Venom is located at and can give you like specific directions. He is also, of course, related to the whole security of the town and everything, and the entire town just got threatened by a magical doohickey to like start murdering people as soon as it's out. So he is also going to come with you. And if nothing else, he can protect this woman, personally. Like, he can handle that aspect. But this is the part, though, where I do want to ask you guys, which NPCs from your collected group of them do you want to come with? You obviously have Oda's entire crew, which, as has been pointed out, Oda is a sanctified, blessed priestess. She absolutely vaporizes demons on contact. That kind of like deal. You have a powerful witch who can dish out just like force damage, and literally nothing is resistant to force damage. So like they can splatter things across from a distance if need be. You've got multiple fighters in both Rusi and Tommy. You have a verifiable tank in the form of Gloria, and Saffron's got weird magic that affects plants and whatnot. She can drop trees on people. She can literally do the skit from fucking Ren and Stimpy from August. It rolls downstairs in singles or pairs. Rolls over your neighbor's dog. She can literally do that. So here's my question. What NPCs do you guys want to take with you as like combat capable helpers?
Oda for sure.
Yeah, Oda definitely.
Votes for Oda.
Oda 100%.
Okay. All right. Oda. Who do we want to put into slot 2?
I'm kind of voting Rusi, but
I mean, he is a very capable fighter.
It was Oda who said just beat the shit out of them until they're dead, but
Yep. Just beat.
I know. Kelly will always choose Rusi every time.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it's very fair.
It's
very fair.
It's typically just because it's like I was feeling Gloria, but then I was like, but like you mentioned the fire aspect to it, and Gloria gets really freaked out when there's fire involved and whatnot.
She does get very panicked in fire situations. That being trolls.
You said that Boor was the one with the force damage abilities, right?
Yes.
All right.
Boor's magical abilities are either boosting, like they are a buff type caster, but their damage spells that they have, which are more numerous than say Torque's, they are all force damage. Boor has a legally distinct high wave. That kind of stuff.
I honestly am going to vote for slot 2 to go to either Boor or Saffron, just because they
Honestly, Saffron would be a good second choice, I think.
Yeah, just because they really seem to
Because
have
of
like
their
a handle
connection
on
to
this.
the.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, they don't. I mean, the connection to like plants and stuff would be very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Very much so, because you'd be going into a forest with a thing that has control of those. All count as plants. So, yeah, Saffron might be able to also like, teabag various mushrooms because of.
So yeah, I definitely say Callie's choice. It'd be Oda and Rusi, but me as the player, it'd be Oda and Saffron.
Fair and balanced. Okay, so it looks like Oda's got the otherwise. We're looking at Rusi. He is a very skilled, competent fighter. Honestly, as Oda says, otherwise you just beat the tar off. And he's pretty good at that. But then, you do also have Saffron, who, besides the fact that she would have a type advantage to use Pokemon terminology, not only would she have the type advantage, but she is like a healer. Additionally, so she can just pour out healing almost, or actually she can pour out healing far better than I think just about anybody. I think she may be right up there, just sheer ass when it comes to healing. So
one vote for Saffron.
We can always flip. We can always literally flip
it. Yeah, I'll go with Saffron.
Saffron as well.
Okay. All right then. So, all right. So Oda and Saffron. Okay. So
and I think it would be a good idea.
Choice made.
Oops, sorry. Mm-hmm. I think it would just also be a good idea to have Rusi, Gloria, Tommy, and Boo are here just in case something goes down in town while we're away.
Yeah. Okay. So then what we will say then, as party decides who they're taking with them as their combat aides, the other NPCs are put onto B team, and B team is assigned town defense. Gloria is going to basically stay at the ranch house because open spaces and not. She's less likely to accidentally break or harm somebody if she's in town. So she can defend Torque's homestead directly. Torque, Rusi, Tommy, and the others can. Torque's got to come with you guys, but Torque can direct them to the hey, go over here, go over there. Check in these areas, and that sort of things. So give me a moment here to out Saffron's stiffs. There we go. All right. Okay. Right. All right, Saf baby. You're coming out and let's see here. Do I have yes, here it is. Make sure that this gets uploaded so I've got the proper miniature for Saf. There we go. Okay, so these things are all done. The party gets up on horses. The party plus this one lady and Sheriff Bokum head out to the location. Bokum, along the way, is like, hey, we're not actually going to stop at the X on that map, right? We're just going straight to the camp. Right?
They wanted us... Well... Are we bringing the... Okay, what was it? So, did we decide that we were bringing the other...
The waitress?
I think we did, girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they said the X is the fucking drop-off point. So
Yeah, the X is the drop-off point. And assuming that map is correct, the
no.
drop-off point is like 30 minutes away from the camp.
No, I think because they want us to go to the X, right? That'd be like the choice they want us to make, right? They want us to meet there, so there's probably going to be more people there. So no, we're just going straight to the camp. I would. Okay. Not to make the choice for everybody else in the party, but I'm just saying that would probably be the smarter of the two choices, right?
I mean, that's what I was kind of figuring. It's like that's what they want. They're going to be prepared for you, whoever they is. But they definitely have connection to the camp. So I know the land. We can just circumvent them and go right up to the camp. Go right around whoever they've got waiting for you at the point that they're expecting you to walk into. Right. Me. We're here to the camp map.
God, I'm getting all up in my head about stuff now. This is not good.
All right, so let me move over here to the camp. Let me pull out. What? How did that happen?
What's wrong?
Pulling out. You never do that.
Never go full retard.
Like I pulled out. Yeah, this is gonna sound. But I pulled out Saf's mini and plopped it down on the map.
Is it like 100 feet tall or something?
No, it's perfectly fine. What's weird is that like when I dropped the mini on the map, the space outside of the map completely lost all of its color and it turned white.
Too much power.
I mean, I guess too much power. All right, let me also go ahead and I'm just gonna pull Tim over here. He's not with us. Okay, so let me bring.
I have to ask: Has Jay said anything since he's joined the call? By the way,
I was getting to say, Jay.
Bro, I've been listening this whole time. I was listening to the game master talk.
Yeah,
I was here listening.
Oh yeah, it was just like Jay. When we asked you if you were here, you didn't respond. Still, we were like,
I said I was here. I was here.
I heard you, Jay.
I was getting to say, Jay, what's your input on all this?
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything since he joined. He's been quiet for me this whole damn time.
What do you want me to say?
Hey guys, I'm here. How y'all doing? I don't know. Maybe would be a good start.
We're just busting your chops, Jay.
You've been really quiet. Okay, I'm sorry. You haven't said anything since you joined, and it was worrying me. Okay. Literally nothing has come out of your microphone, bro. I'm sorry.
I was listening to the story the whole time.
Yeah.
Jay's just sitting there trying to enjoy himself. And lo and behold, I'm just joking.
Bro.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure he was alive, okay?
Okay. Let me. Okay, I can close that. Close that. Close that. Okay.
Also, Jay, have you seen those things I sent you?
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Look at all of them later.
Okay.
Check them later.
Yes.
We're in a game.
Let's see.
It must be something.
Yes, something.
Hey.
What happened?
Hey now. You're an all-star.
Get your game on. Go
play.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Okay. Oh, God damn it.
You alright?
God friggin'. I mean to do something and click the wrong thing, and now I have to like back out of it.
Back out.
Okay.
Fix it.
All right. Got this. Got that. Got that. Okay. All right. So, the party plus Sheriff Bokum, and the burlesque dancer. You guys go wide around where X marks the spot. And Sheriff Bokum does like lead you guys like back through like the sort of like scrub deeper forest edge, and you guys get to an area where you're slightly elevated back over there. And sure enough, in the area where the X generally was, there are several orcs who have taken covered positions and are like using blankets and whatnot to like cover themselves up against the background. So if you were to ride into that area, they would be basically invisible. But as you are viewing it from a different angle, you can see that there are in fact like 20 dudes are like sprinkled around in that area, just waiting for you to come along. And Bokum's got like little binoculars as he's looking down at. All right, I'll rustle up a party when we take care of whatever this bullshit is and get back to town, and then I'll take care of these guys. Well, let's get y'all over there to the camp and be done with this, whatever this kind of stuff is. And I don't mean to like poke into y'all's business. I realize that y'all are professionals, but is this sort of stuff something that comes up frequently with y'all?
Unfortunately.
Does this line of work pay well?
What line of work were you asking?
The Pathfinder stuff, like the Pathfinder Society.
Oh, no.
Then why do you do it?
I don't do it. I'm not a Pathfinder.
he just kind of like looks at y'all, looks at Torque, looks at like the rest of the party, and it's just like, huh?
It's complicated.
I don't know what to tell you.
As far as I can tell, makes no sense. Yeah, like yeah, he looks back at you guys, and y'all just like, and he's like, okay, all right then, keep your secrets.
There is no secrets.
I would explain it like this, man. I am like, it's like Schrodinger's like Pathfinder. I am both a Pathfinder and not a Pathfinder when it conveniences me. It's
I mean, if you say so. All right then. Well, let's get to the camp. And so Bokum leads you deeper into the forest, and very quickly, it becomes clear that it's mushrooms all the way down. As those sizable up to the point of giant mushrooms begin appearing more and more frequently. Although several of them are extremely moth-eaten, as the vescivores, have shown up. And as a matter of fact, you do come across some of them who are actively being consumed by the bugs. Just getting a little munchy munch going on. But yeah. So, yeah, y'all are getting closer to where the camp is. Bokum has everybody dismount and get on foot, and Now, he's a reasonably quiet dude, but he's wearing an armored jacket. He's got equipment, all that sort of stuff. You guys are the professionals, so do you want to try to sneak up into this area, or do you want to go in guns?
I'd say sneak
at
up.
first, yeah.
At least get the
Sneak.
Get the surprise on them first, you know.
Okay. All right then. Okay, so then, who wants to be the sneaky person going forward?
That would have to be June.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
everyone
say our
towards
rogue
towards-
should probably.
Everyone towards.
I think our rogue should go for
Yeah,
first.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be the rogue and the bard are the stealthy ones. And like, you know, as this is being like diggered about, and you guys know, you know what your roles are, but you know, given that Bokum doesn't know y'all stuff, and you're like, well, we're gonna do a little sneak and get a peek. He does glance at the halfling, and Oda just like looks back at him. No. Shakes head. Look, I might be a halfling man, but that is not Oda's bag. So all right. Since you are here, Jay, I do need to make sure that Jamal is on the map. Now, Jamal's also kind of a Jay, do you want to have Jamal do a little sneaky peek?
Jay.
Hey.
Bro, he was here 5 seconds ago.
Bro, I swear we just caught him when he woke up.
Oh god!
And he was like, "I was here the whole time."
Bro, he gave me shit when I asked him stuff. Now he's come on.
Hey, his mom probably asked him to do something, and he like flipped on the mute and like off. Yeah. But hey,
I think I did hear something like that.
He's here. He's here. He's here.
Bro, imagine if I just waited like 10 minutes and I asked him that question. He wasn't here anymore. That would have been funny, but I think it's way funnier that I asked him and now he's gone. But you know.
Okay. So,
well, I guess we'll put him down as a.
We'll put him down.
We'll put him down. Yeah, take him in the backyard with the shotgun, I guess.
We'll put him down as a maybe.
Put him down as not sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Because I just realized there's actually one thing that is missing over here, and okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Now everything. Oh. Yes.
Oh man, that's green. Very green. Oh damn! There is a black couch.
What the hell?
What the fuck? It's the most
PNG black couch I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the most PNG black couch I've ever seen. Yeah.
What is this? An interview?
It's an interview, all right.
Oh shit! There's a couple there.
God, no.
Oh damn! Okay. That's what brings him back. Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
Bro, we were asking you like.
Jay, I do have an important question for you. The party has opted to move stealth, and they're moving forward into this like camp area. And so since Jamal can be a stealthy guy, I was going to ask, do you want Jamal to move forward with the stealth crew? Because otherwise it is going to be Rosie and Torque, as they are skilled at stealth. They are the ones who are going to be that. Do you want to be part of that?
Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have something for this.
I feel like you have taken something for this.
Man, I really gotta give these tokens a revamp.
No, they look good. I think the tokens look fine. Maybe put them in the winter clothes, but other than that, I think they look fine.
Never mind this. What the natural thing work with this? Looks like you gain one circumstance bonus to all individual checks made at the start of a battle in which at least one of your enemies will fade or dead if or one this is from a point other than the material plane, as long as the battle take place in the wilderness region.
This is a wilderness region.
But didn't it also say at the start of the battle we're not initiating combat, we're stealthing?
That is
no,
true.
but stealth gives you the option to choose the battle starts.
Yeah, you can do like initiative, stealth, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So that will work in this under these conditions.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry, I was not trying to click that.
All right then. So, Jamal is part of stealth team. Okay. So, yeah, there's a whole lot of this ain't natural. It's a whole lot of this that ain't natural. All right. So, stealth crew. I am going to need stealth checks. Real quick, Jamal. There was magical breakfast, and one of the options for magical breakfast was waffles that you could have eaten.
We all have to do stealth?
No, this is just going to be
okay.
Rosie,
Yeah,
Rosie, Torque, and Jamal are going to be the ones doing this up. But the reason that I asked is because one of the options that you could have had for breakfast was the waffles, and the waffles give you a +1 bonus on top of the bonus that comes with follow the expert. So if you since Rosie is the most stealthy of the crew, essentially you could get a bonus from following Rosie. And if you ate those waffles, that bonus is a bit bigger. Do you want to have eaten the waffles for breakfast?
I was like, yes, but I also was trying to. So was like that the not under what? That's not natural feat, but then I also.
You also have quiet allies, which is and you are avoiding.
Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. I don't.
It's okay.
I did not mean to do that.
Oopsie.
Okay.
I was trying to close the fucking.
That's a
God damn it! I'm gonna
robot.
Bro, I'm gonna roll low now when I actually try to roll something because I was trying to. I was trying to close this fucking thing, and
you're gonna get a nat 20 next time. You're gonna get a nat 20 next time.
Okay. So Quiet Allies forces us to ask the question, who has the worst stealth check out of the what is Rosie's stealth?
That's a +19.
Gosh.
Okay. Yeah, +19. What is Jamal's stealth?
Stealth DC?
No, the actual modifier itself.
Oh, the modifier.
I'm like, well,
just the circle.
Was 16.
Not bad.
16. Okay.
Not bad.
Jamal is actually.
It's better than.
Okay.
It's almost like he was in the trenches or something.
Yeah.
Geez, yeah.
So let me get the exact thing with follow the expert. Okay. Follow the
That couch
expert
looks comfy.
action.
Maybe we should
It does
steal
look
it.
comfy. As you guys move forward, stealth team,
God
the
damn it.
mushrooms are pretty oppressive.
Shit.
But otherwise, this seems to be a normal forest. The mushrooms are a new shoved and pushed other like plants, in full trees and everything, like out of the way as they have very recently burst out of the ground. There is a couch that is in the back of the area that has a hobgoblin woman who's currently just sort of like lounging on the couch. She has a little plate on her lap, and she's like eating finger food.
Chicken tenders.
She's just popping back chicken. And there are some guys. These guys very clearly have fungal growths on, who are standing around and keeping a sort of guard. They don't seem to be particularly on high alert or anything, but they are there. They are something that you will need to like take a look for. Okay, so the bonus that you get from follow the leader. Let's see. Rosie is a master at stealth.
Yes.
Okay, so Rosie is a master at stealth, and Quiet Allies allows the group to make a single stealth check versus these guys' perception, using the lowest modifier plus the bonus that comes from follow the expert plus the bonus that comes from the cooperative walls. So the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to stealth is Torque. Her stealth is the worst one, but with the bonuses you'd still be looking at a plus 16, so it's basically the same thing as Jamal.
Plus 16.
So do we want to roll the single stealth, or do you guys want to roll individual stealth?
I think the single stealth is fine.
Single stealth should be fine.
It should be.
Since ultimately the bonus is the same as Jamal. Jamal, make that stealth check.
Give me a second.
Oh my god, they're making so much fucking noise outside.
I don't hear it on the Discord.
Well, I mean that's a good thing, but I just hear it. Dude, I have noise canceling headphones on and I hear it. It's fucking loud.
Seraph, trust me, I feel you. That's how I am with my mom downstairs all the time.
All right.
And then I have my neighbors upstairs bowling with their children.
Yeah, that's just fucking loud.
Like, actually,
dude,
bowling?
I hear it.
No.
Well, no, we just call it bowling because that's what it's. It's an inside joke. We just say it sounds like bowling because that's what it sounds like when they're running upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so stealth team. Let me. I'm gonna move the rest of the party over here to the side of the mic. So you guys are hanging back. Stealth team is moving forward, and that 34
SEAL Team
is
6.
No.
SEAL Team 6.
That 34 is more than enough to defeat these guys' perception DC. So they don't, at the moment, spot you. You guys can see that you've got like some low walls. These low walls can be used as cover. You can hide behind them. You can take cover. Use the action take cover. If somebody's like shooting at you or whatnot, so that it can increase your AC and increase saving throws versus area, that kind of. Some of these walls are with plate mushrooms. These plate mushrooms are large enough that you can stand on. They are big enough for you to stand. Otherwise, these walls are about 5 feet high. So Jamal doesn't have to duck, but everybody else would have to kind of duck a little bit. However, you can stand on mushrooms and just easily like step over the wall and vault it that way. Otherwise, you got to make a climb check to go around them. The bushes here on the map, just so that you, these are mostly low trees and bushes and stuff like that. Those squares do count as difficult terrain. They also will give you misfortune on any stealth checks when you're moving through them, but you can break line of sight with. So again, you can hide behind them. That kind of stuff. Otherwise, you've got usable terrain that you can move around from. There are large puffball mushrooms over here, as well as one big puffball mushroom over here. These other ones, these are basically trees. These are mushrooms that are so big they're basically trees, and you can walk underneath them. Like for example, if I can move my fucking screen here, Torque.
Are these spores flammable?
Oh shit!
That is something you're going to have to make you're probably going to want to make a check for. But yeah, there are spores in the air, all around here. But yeah, you got these sort of
in my lungs, bro. That's not fun.
The blue mushrooms specifically, they are putting out quite a lot of spores. Like they are just pumping that shit out. And like I said, back here, there's a couch that they apparently stole from someone and have set it up. And
it's such a
the
nice
hobgoblin lady is just like
here,
lounging. She is eating finger food off of a plate in her lap, and she's on this table here. She's got
clearly the spores. Mushrooms. They don't care about the spores. She's eating finger food while there's just spores out in the air, I guess.
Yeah, she's just eating finger food. Now she might have something under her clothing that is, the mushroom growths, but like on her hands and on her face, which are covered, she looks perfectly normal. So but like these guys who are dressed as cowboys, they are otherwise, like I said, they've got very clearly like Last of Us mushroom going on.
Ooh, clickers.
Fucking get rid of them.
But yeah, so they do not know that you are here. You guys managed to get up close, capture this view of what's going on, and the rest of the party is just simply waiting for the signal to. So, SEAL Team 6, Rosie and Jamal plus Torque. What do y'all want to do as your first action? Now, manage to creep up close without being noticed.
Well, firstly, are we going to go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Let's go clockwise.
Clockwise? So it's gonna be like that way?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Torque says let's go that way.
Okay. Well, are we doing like turn like 25 feet movement and stuff like that? Or just kind of just going until you tell to stop?
Well, it's going to be kind of going until. But a good question actually to ask both Rosie and Jamal would be: do either of you have an ability that allows you to stealth at more than half speed?
Yes.
Okay. Rosie does. How about Jamal? Does Jamal have better than half speed movement? Because again, this is going to be one of the weaknesses of Torque is that like she has to sneak at half speed.
Specifically, how fast he is.
Do you have a feat?
Do you have a special ability or feat or anything that allows you to use stealth at faster than half speed?
I'm like, closest thing I have to that is speed and getting to combat. And I have scamper underfoot, but that's more, all of them is more combat agility kind of things.
Okay, so so that means that Torque and Jamal are both operating at half speed. The professional rogue can go full. Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So
to keep up with
that, then that means that Rosie is
What was that?
So Rosie is the lead here.
Okay. And I was going to say, like, the feats I'm, like, kind of bring up. I can crawl at half my speed rather than just, like, a square a turn. And, actually, am I a master in acrobatics? I want to say I'm not. Let me double check. Oh, I am. Okay, so I can just crawl at full speed if I want to. Okay. So...
Excellent.
I was perfectly fine just doing, like...
Rosie can cover 25 feet in a single action on all fours. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Okay, yeah.
and like sneak too. Like, that's pretty good combo. So yes, that's what she's going to do. She's going to be on all fours, like crawling, sneaking, and kind of leading the way for everybody.
Okay. Then if you would please proceed in that direction, just go ahead and make a full 25 movement, and let's see here. Since June is leading the way, and let's see, 5, 10. We'll just call it 15 for Torque and Jamal. Jamal, go ahead and make a perception check for me as you guys are creeping closer around the.
Can I?
What a trio.
I'll wait. What a trio.
What a trio. Okay, no. Perception 20. Okay. Yeah, it is but still, 20's good enough here.
Do you have any
Jamal.
hero points saved up, Jay? Just asking.
Wait, what did...
I mean, he should.
Yeah?
Everybody gets a hero point.
Yeah, everybody's got a... If you didn't have... He's got one more.
I mean...
Okay, yeah, I was like, so it was back to 3, and then it was... Yeah, it was full on 3, so yeah, I could use a hero point.
Well,
I mean, you could.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just asking. Like, since you've kind of been gone a while, you probably should have 3.
Yeah. So, Jay, so that you are aware as you are like moving through here. Now, this guy up front, he is, like I said, he's dressed like a cowboy, so he's not really wearing armor per se. But he does have like leather panels on his clothing, that sort of stuff. And while yes, he is covered in mushroom and fungal growths and whatnot, he does have on his belt, he does have a length of rope that is done up in a lasso. So he does have a lasso on him. He is not currently holding it, but he has what looks kind of similar to like your shotgun across his back. So he's got a lasso, he's got a knife, like a regular, boot knife, and then he's got a shotgun. And as you guys are coming around, you can also tell Jamal that this guy over here, he has a machete, as well as a pistol. So like this guy, he's got a nasty like bladed weapon, and a like handgun, and then this guy, shotgun plus also a ranged weapon that can grab you. So he's got a ranged grabbable, And that's what you're looking at as far as equipment is concerned between these guys. Rosie, keep a leading.
All right. Do I need to wait for them to catch up or no?
I mean, if you want, otherwise, 15 each go around.
All right. Let's see. So I'm going to avoid the bushes to, like, not set off, any.
Yeah.
So.
No, might as well not give yourself that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Do I, as I kind of get closer to the center, do I catch anything, hear anything? I'm gonna make a perception check, or do I just kind of? Meander?
You will need to make a perception check at this point.
All right, then I will do that. So 33.
Because this guy is doing something. Right, 33. Good. That's more than enough. All right, so you sneak around the bushes, find a break in the wall over here, and you see that there is another one of those orc guys. He is holding a watering can, and he is currently watering this puff mushroom, and he is muttering in Orcish, and you can hear him saying, "Got a water, Bob. Got a water, Bob. Got a water, Bob." And he's just kind of mechanically doing this.
Like that, man.
Like if he didn't want to, he wouldn't be. But he is currently just watering this big old puffball mushroom.
Okay. Do I need to make any other saves or checks around here? No. Just...
Not yet, because you're actually slightly out of range. You're actually just outside of the range. I will say you don't need to check for this. As you do come around the bush, the mushroom spore cloud is visibly thicker. Around this corner where you're at here. It is visibly thicker the closer you get in.
All right.
But it is right here up at the wall, basically right in front of you, where it's thick. If you didn't want to go into that, you could easily avoid it by just sidestepping over here.
All right. Well, Rosie will just wait for Torque and Jamal to around the corner. Kind of signal hey, guy over here. Just follow me this way, etc., etc. So she'll keep going. Okay. Do I need to make another stealth check?
You will need to make another stealth because there's now something else that could possibly notice you.
All right, then stealth check.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was a 3. I'm gonna use my hero point for that. My 1 hero point.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's go. 2 extra points.
Let's go.
Should I roll back the clock?
Nah, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, so Rosie, you are creeping up against this wall. You hear the guy muttering "Got a water, blah blah," and then you hear a squeaking.
Oh gosh.
Of something rubbing against something else, friction, kind of squeak. Followed by another one and another one, and the guy who is muttering to himself, he stops muttering, and you hear him go, "That's different." And then over the wall, that you're creeped down there, but over the wall, you can see this puffball slowly start to rise into the air,
What?
and as it inflates and takes flight. It inflates and it takes flight, and I'm gonna go ahead and
Damn it.
Boop.
Oh.
Oh no.
Ain't that
Bob
nice?
Bob the Puffball floats
That
up
looks
and in a
absolutely gross.
very unplant manner.
Mm.
It rotates in a way that, like, Rosie, being a professional rogue, knows that, like an animal, it has sensed something in its area and it is looking for whatever it is that has triggered its senses. It is no longer a passive thing, but now actively searching.
Oh, thank goodness I'm on all fours behind this wall, or else I would have been fucked.
Yeah, thank goodness you're on all four wall. So I'm gonna say, Jamal, make me a stealth check, please.
No.
Those damn mushrooms talking to each other.
I sense something.
The rest of the party can see a mushroom float up into the air like a goddamn balloon and start rotating around in a very, like,
I don't like one.
you know,
I don't like.
Its tendrils start, you know, moving in a, like, this is the wind moving it.
Jamal.
I you know.
Kill it with fire, I say.
Kill it with fire.
Okay. I whispered that roll to myself just in case it was embarrassing. No, that's fine. So, Torque, seeing Bob the Puffball rise up into the air and start, like, moving.
This is not good.
She hunkers down, like, real low and takes a very step back, like, behind the bush. She's like, gotta break line, gotta get out of line of sight, gotta get. As it then starts to.
What the fuck?
Start to float, and, like, it begins basically to patrol. The watering can guard is just like, Bob, come back, Bob. I've not finished watering you.
Bobbery, come back.
Like water can held up.
Let's see here. Okay, Rosie's over here.
What the hell?
So let me check Rosie's line of sight. Maybe make a perception check, Rosie.
Perception check, okay. It's a 35.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
That was a 19.
All right. That is. Okay, so through this tent, you can see over on the couch where the hobgoblin woman is sitting. And she makes note of Bob being, you know, like, bobbing around and floating and whatnot. And you see her, like, take her, like, plate of, like, chicken tendies and puts it on the little table there. And she, like, rests back against the back of the couch, puts her arms up like she's just, like, you know, relaxing, but she is anything but relaxing. The professional rogue can see somebody else professionally starting to, like, scan the area of, like, something has set off my guard dog.
Yeah. Game recognizing game here. That's like trying to be nonchalant.
Game recognizes game.
Game. I kind of want to move up, but would it be a bad idea? Because I don't want to be up in this corner when the combat starts.
I mean, it would probably be a good idea for the rest of the party to get prepped. Now, y'all are. I've moved your miniatures over here just to represent you guys being. So you're not actually physically over here in this
okay.
corner. But you guys are basically, like, a couple of actions to like walk onto the map, and y'all would be coming out down here. You know, like where everybody else started out. So just visually, I just shoved you to be that way.
Okay, so
You're the little pocket dimension.
Yeah, but you guys can see Bob floating around. You guys can see that, like, apparently this lady's done eating, and she, you know, set her plate down or whatever, and she's relaxing. But like, there is a motion, there is a moment when you guys can tell that the other guys all get like a little tense. You know, like they've gone from just casually standing to they're not casual anymore.
Damn it. So you said we'll start over here?
Yes. So I am actually going to grab all of the party and just move this over here. So you're not this close. This is where you'll start at.
You said to stealth, it's like half my movement, right?
Yes, if you're doing stealth, and I'm assuming that you're like riding Mr. Servos, then that's going to be half.
Also inside Mr. Servos.
Could be, sure.
Oh yeah, because you activated your curse.
Yeah, she's.
You activated your curse.
Yeah, you're tethered. You're tethered, which means you can't make any noise.
Callie's like, I don't like this.
Yeah, it'd probably be best if she's inside Mr. Servos. So
yeah. Callie's like, I don't like being over here. I'm gonna.
She's just gonna be like floating towards the ceiling inside.
Just like.
If I went over here, right, would this guy over here spot me?
He is not currently like actively
okay
in this direction. Hold on, I can give you their sight cones. Really fucking Metal Gear Solid.
Hell yeah!
Let's do it.
Oh hell yeah! Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Sight cones. Let's go.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, so let me switch this to a cone. And there we go. Okay, so this guy is currently looking into the camp. So that's where his cone currently is. This guy is looking down in this direction. So like you do have his cone toward. And this other individual, he's actually looking over in this direction, and if it weren't for like stuff blocking, you know, he'd be able to see them.
Well, I guess I'll
and of course,
try and
this guy is looking at Bob, and this lady down here, she's just scanning, like she's doing casually looking around.
I'm gonna stealth over here. I guess Lariat and Toe as well. Do you want me to roll stealth? I guess I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll need a stealth from you.
Ooh, that's not bad, but that's an 8.
I can go ahead and tell you don't need to spend a thing. These guys, their perception is not great.
Okay.
The fungal growth in their eyes is kind of.
Yeah, it kind of helps when they have mushrooms in their eyes.
The mushrooms in their damn eyes. Okay.
I'm gonna put Oda over here. Then. All right. So, and like I said, you can hide behind the walls. You can use them as stealth. Bushes count as difficult terrain, which will slow your motion even more, and misfortune, which means you have to roll twice and take the worst for stealth checks. Also, because it is since Rosie did see, if you are in a square that is adjacent to one of these blue guys over here, there is a spore-related effect.
Well, good thing I'm not near that. There's a wall in my way, isn't there?
You can go under this, the big brown one right here. The wall ends right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can go that way then.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. You did a good job on the opacity on it, so you can tell.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I had to wrestle with it a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go. Hold on, let me like measure out again. God, it's being weird. Hold on. Yeah, I'll go there. God, select your character. Damn it. I would move here. Another stealth check, I imagine.
Yep. As
That's
Larry gets
better.
dragged along. That is very good.
That's a very stealthy
All
robot.
right. That is a very stealthy.
But yeah, he has better stealth than Callie does, which is funny.
All right. Okay. So you're dragging Larry along
The mushroom.
and moving here. Okay, Oda and Saffron, they're guest characters. They look at swag. All right, so like the Azaketi and the robot just like rolled off. The rogue stealthy people went in that direction. What's your play?
This guy's currently not looking towards us, and this guy's not looking towards the same direction as that guy, right?
Actually,
this guy who is
guy...
directly in front of you, he is looking in your.
Gotcha.
You're far enough away that he's not going to automatically spot you. If you, there's an option that he might. I'll go ahead and tell you, his perception check is pretty shit because of the mushrooms. But he could see you.
All right. Well, to give me at least a bit of a buff.
Also, again, just to be notable, the mushrooms do not affect his hearing, which is why the whole like rustling bushes thing was important. But yeah, visually his perception is pretty shit because of the mushroom. Okay, so you activate Laughing, giving yourself a speed bonus. So, now that you are the fast man, where are you going? What are you doing? What do you tell the NPCs who just play?
I would turn to him and I just make like the symbol of like shh, and you see turn into a black mist.
Damn.
Well, that's real convenient.
Yeah,
for you,
that's real helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, understandable, I guess.
So it gives me
Because you
a
can just fucking do that.
You can't just do that, you know.
It gives me a +5, and my speed's a 20 because the armor I'm wearing makes me a little bit slower.
So you should be roughly equal speed with everybody else, with Laughing Shadow active.
I'm gonna move myself right here, be behind the pillar.
Alrighty.
Do I have to do should I make a stealth check just to be sure? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you will need to make a stealth check. Yes.
All right.
Well, like I said, there's.
Fuck me!
Oh my god!
It's rewind time.
It's rewind time.
Yeah, they ain't that low.
Damn,
bro.
There we go, a little bit better, and that's a 23.
All right, then that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay,
that would have been so funny. Though.
You shuffle that way. Okay, let me.
Hey, I heard something. No, you didn't. Click.
Oh, you're right. I didn't hear anything. Okay.
What was that? Never mind.
Oda is not even trained.
Watch
Oda
this. Just fucking eat shit.
Oda is not even fucking trained. Okay. So, but now Saffron, on the other hand, is also not trained. Okay, so neither of them are trained.
It was a terrible idea to leave them behind.
Okay. All right. So I'm just checking to see if Saffron's got any like special movement stuff that I need to like take into effect here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Okay. Cool. Okay. So you skedaddle over there. That guy's like, "Hey, I see you," and then you're like, "No, you didn't." He's like, "Oh yeah," and leave them behind. So I'm gonna have Oda and Saffron.
No.
So what I'm gonna have happen here is I'm actually gonna have Saffron use her plant control to grow additional bushes for them to hide behind. So she grows additional bushes for them to scoot forward. So I'm just going to say that they scoot forward onto the map. And there is currently additional bush here. So that ability is a that's a 2 action. So they use 1 action to move forward. Saffron uses 2 of her actions in order to create the new bushery. We'll use bright fucking like magenta here to represent the new bushes. So there's just a new bush right there that they are currently taking cover behind, so that this guy can't directly see them because they're otherwise absolute shit when it comes to stealth.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like Oda is not only not trained, but she's in an armor that gives a negative to stealth, except for the fact that she's also strong enough to tell the armor no.
Yeah.
So it just cancels out, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, and then she's small, so there's that. And I'm glad that I didn't take the option that makes her just fucking glow. Okay, so all right. So basically, these guys know something is the party has moved itself into various positions. So what I want to do is I want to have all of the PCs make the choice on where they want to place themselves before we actually start rolling initiative here.
Hold on.
So we're rolling initiative after this?
Yeah, we'll be rolling initiative after this. But I want you to make one move and place yourself where you want to be for when we kick this bucket.
All right. So it seems like Callie and Mr. Servos and Dr. Trimmers is only gonna get the buff for this.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good buff. Hopefully it's not like something I'm completely bad at and it won't help us at all.
Okay.
Hogging this buff. Also, I want to move over here. Yeah, she in range.
It's
Actually, this would be better to put this over here. Okay, there we go. All right. Jay.
Yeah.
It's this buff.
What's that again?
I was going to ask you because like things are basically about to pop off into combat. Jamal has a moment to move himself to a potentially more beneficial spot. So would you like to move Jamal? And if the answer is yes, you may move Jamal up to 15 feet.
I'm moving.
I guess move up near a tree. You move up near a tree.
Okay. you can get to this space here, or you could get to this space here, which also gives you a wall that you can take cover from and shoot around the corner. Which would you like to do? Move north or move to wall?
Where? Well, given what I'm guessing what's happened, I guess here.
Up there? Okay. All right, Jamal moves that way. Torque is going to make the bold assumption that it's better to be near you guys than far away. She is also going to follow Jamal. That also puts her closer to Rosie. These two NPCs are staying down here. Let's see.
Behind a rock.
Seamus over here moves into that space. Callie.
I've already moved.
Laria.
Yeah.
I just had to drag Laria into. Okay, so everyone is in space. Does Rosie want to move?
If she can, she's gonna try and at least like jump over here. Do I need to make a stealth check?
Yes, please. Do make a stealth check as Bob is actively like looking around.
Mm-hmm. That's the second.
happening right now.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
So yeah, I moved.
When your rolls are bad or good.
Mhm.
I almost joking about to say was that a good or was that a bad
So move. I guess like I smack a branch or something of the bush or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you do, as that is not enough to get past Bob's active perception.
Yeah.
The floating puffball halts and spins around in such a way that it actually...
Actually, what?
What's it doing? Who fucking knows? But yeah, it spins around as if it just like hurt something, and it was like whipping around to like look in that direction. But it doesn't have a face, so it just keeps rotating. Which doesn't make any damn sense. But I don't. Nope. Rosie wouldn't have any view on that. You guys wouldn't have any view. Seamus would be the only person who could see this because he's both tall enough and there isn't enough shit in the way to block him. But Seamus, not only do you see Bob the puffball just suddenly start spinning over there, but you see the hobgoblin woman, Erin. You see her look in you see her look in this direction as she just like whips her head to like over in the same direction that Bob started spinning towards, which was the last direction that you did see Rosie and the stealth crew head in.
Oh,
so
shit.
so you're the only one who can see that bit. Okay then. So
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly, because we are actually getting here. So what I would like to do is I'd like to just get everybody on the initiative, since we know that shit is about to like hit the fan. So let me bring up the initiative tracker, turn order, and then let me go through the exhaustive process of adding all of these motherfuckers on here. Let's see.
So
And
for
turn.
Callie gets a +3 bonus when she rolls initiative. Same with
Oh
Mr.
damn! I
Servo.
got a 35.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and change that. She's got a 35.
And you get this says what hit points equal half your level, so you get a temporary half hit point.
Oh gosh, hold on. Let me add that real quick. I guess. So 5, right?
Yeah.
5 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little box for it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I do know on my first turn, I am going to be fucking stuffing my face full of peaches because I'm sitting already at 37 hit points.
Yes.
First thing I do is stuff my face full of peaches.
Well, if you stuck near Oda, you could just tell her, "Hey, yo, I need some Heelys," but instead you're like, "Haha, I'm gone now."
Well,
you are.
You are
Larry gets a
nearest to the
28 on her
healers.
initiative.
All right, and then we switch up Laria's to a 28. There we go. Let's see here. Let's roll for Aaron, who is our special hobgoblin of the day. All right. Okay. All right. So Aaron's got a. She has no pushover. And then we got Bob. Bob the puffball.
Bobbert.
It's
Bobbert. It's
Bobbert.
pissing me off.
It's pissing me off, Bobbert. Okay. Bobbert has. Bobbert's got a 28. It's an extremely active mushroom. Okay. There's those guys.
bro.
We need to add one for Saffron. Saffron, what's your modifier? You've got a doodly. All right. Okay, Saffron's got a. Also, Saffron has also got a 28. Okay.
Seamus gets
Alright.
the bonus too.
That's
Oh,
20 feet,
Oh,
yeah.
Seamus does.
Yeah.
Seamus does get the bonus.
Yeah.
What was? How much was it? How much was the bonus? +3.
+3 because she's cursed bound too.
And
All
the
right.
So
temp
he gets
HP
a
then that-
+3 his initiative, and he gets
Yeah,
a
and
temporary hit point of 5. So
Oh
like a
shit!
Mhm.
hell yeah. Okay. All right then. So, let me. I'll go ahead and I'll add the other incidental orc guys on here. But let me go ahead and put this up so that we know where we're starting off. So we'll be starting off with Callie. Everybody has activated. This guy who is the closest to you, Callie,
Hey,
is
Callie is
not.
ready.
Yeah, Callie
Yeah.
is ready, and this guy is not even looking in your direction.
Oh, he might be dead.
I imagine whatever Larry told her, Callie's just like, all right, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Hold on, I got to do this different for Bob. Bob is like long.
Oh no.
Oh, hey, that hits basically.
Actually, no. Hold on. There we go.
Oh god!
Bob.
Oh my
That's Bob.
god! That's everyone, dude.
That's Bob. Bob is the entire fucking map.
That damn mushroom mycelium network.
Yeah. Now
Mushroom.
that he has been active, and then of course the Aaron is currently looking in this direction.
You know.
Um,
You know.
But yes, so we'll start off our combat next session with Callie introducing a world of pain to somebody.
Yeah. Someone within
Probably through explosives. Then shit's gonna hit the fan. More likely than not, Torque's gonna be like, and then the bad guys will get started right with our top spot lady here. All right, so good. Everybody, thank you as always for showing up, putting up with my stuff. Like, I can't thank you enough for having spent all of this time to essentially help me craft the most ridiculous fan fiction possible. The shit would not be possible. The glorious benefit and support that I get from you guys for my madness. But yeah, as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying this game. I hope that it was enjoyable for you. It was definitely enjoyable for me.
I just thought about something. Does those 5 temporary hit points count to everybody in my area? So, Mr. Servos and Dr. Trevors as well get 5 temporary.
It should count for Mr. Servos and Dr. Trevors.
Okay.
Dr. Tremors, I'm pretty sure. Mr. Servos, maybe, but let's just add it. Let's just go ahead and give it to him.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, just give him that 5.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, so he's at 114.
Okay. Okie dokie. Hey, before we pick up, real quick, because I know that we're beginning to roll into that time period of holidays and whatnot.
Yes.
Since it is a thing that obviously the 18th, which is next Saturday, is it's not a holiday. But I figured I'd go ahead and ask, Jay, do you know at this moment if next Saturday you will also be free to game?
Thank you, Jay. Very cool.
Oh my god.
He probably went to go take a leak.
It's okay.
I know. It's great. It's hilarious.
While we are on that subject, though, I actually will be unavailable on the 18th.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Okay, so either way, either the 18th or the 25th, we'll have our next session. My schedule specifically has not really changed, but I do want to just make clear to everybody that I am active looking for other work because my current situation is not really tenable. So, but something else might come up, which might cause a shift. If that does happen, I will let you guys know ASAP. But
of course.
But otherwise, everything else is on course. So, everybody, it is 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your evening and a lovely Sunday, whatever, tomorrow. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, Tri-State Area. I love you.
Bye. All right. Well, that was an absolutely lovely time, and thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate everybody that was watching along. Yuki, Gel, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Bread, I'll just call you Bread. Thank you everybody who was watching, even if you're just lurking. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This was a great session, and hopefully we get to come back soon. It was really fun. But yeah, let's see. I think I know who I want to go ahead and raid. Let's see who is online. They should still be online. They just started. Yeah, Nedu's on. I mean, we don't have to raid them every time, but I like to. Let me see. Make sure that they're not doing anything. Nope, they're live in the game. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and raid Nedu. And again, thank you all so much for being here. I have I'd say a pretty stacked week next week. We're going to be doing a lot of horror games, but tomorrow I have a big collab with Tootsie and Casey. We're going to be playing some Goblin Cleanup. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty busy week, but I'm looking forward to trying my best to juggle streaming and live stuff and everything. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely night, and we're gonna go ahead and raid Nedu. Here is the raid message. If you aren't subbed, you can go ahead and use this one. or oh, wrong one. Use this one, or just use the words, your own emotes, whatever you like. And as always, thank you all so much for watching along with us, and hope you have a lovely night. Happy holidays. Mwah. I guess I can just hit right now. Yeah.
And me and was it you that I was playing with? Hi, June.